In each episode of Talking to Death, join Payne, Lindsay, and guests as they discuss all things crime, life, mystery, and fun.
Are aliens real?
Based on everything I've learned, I think that the government knows something. I don't know if aliens are real, but I think there's something out there that they know.
Listen to Talking to Death on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Odds are you won't die.
In this week's Marketers Report, Chris Brandt, Chief Marketing Officer at Chipotle Mexican Grill, weighs in on the power of audio.
We've used audio to reinforce what we're showing on TV, what we're showing in other digital channels. When your priority is driving reach, boy, everybody seems to listen to the radio.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, conversations, trusted influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we want to share special thank you messages this Veterans Day. And who better to hear them from than your friends and family?
Happy Veterans Day to my husband, Timothy Golden. We are so proud of you.
I'd like to shout out Brendan Barrett, who served as an infantryman in the U.S. Army.
Sending a happy Veterans Day shout out to my amazing husband, Shane Dixon.
And from all of us here, happy Veterans Day. Use hashtag gratitude to thank a veteran and honor their service. Your service inspires ours. Navy Federal Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Considering LASIK eye surgery? Well, look no further than the Filatowski Eye Institute. When it comes to your vision, trust the expertise of one of the most experienced surgical teams in all of Central Florida. With over 3 decades of experience, the team at the Filatowski Eye Institute has successfully performed over 65,000 LASIK procedures using the latest state-of-the-art technology. Text 1041 to 868686 to schedule your LASIK consultation, offering 24-month interest-free financing. Exceptional care is accessible. Just text 1041 to 868686 to start your journey to clearer vision today.
Making it to Wednesday is a win in itself, and Dunkin' thinks you deserve a reward. That's why every Wednesday, now through December, Dunkin' Rewards members get a free donut with drink purchase. So whether you like your midweek pick-me-ups oozing with chocolate or filled with jelly, it's on us, because you deserve it. Save time and order ahead on the app with Dunkin' Rewards. Not a member? Join today. America runs on Dunkin'. Limit 1 classic donut per member per Wednesday. Terms and exclusions may apply. Participation may vary. Offer ends 12/27/2023.
Extra cash? Coming right up. Happy Money is letting you in on a happier way to elevate your savings with an incredible certificate offered by Alliant Credit Union. Smart, bold, and straightforward. Alliant offers a 12-month certificate with 5.25 APY annual percentage yield with a low minimum deposit of $1,000. Funds are insured up to $250,000. Best of all, anyone can apply to join. Elevate your savings today. Visit happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Monday, November 27th, 2023. Lots to get to today, from a new mystery illness in China to the 3-year cruise is a disaster, and a man streaks through a small world at Disney. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your messages rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Good.
Bad.
What?
Oh, no. He starts off with a bad. What's happening?
Reunited.
What's going on?
My chair is missing again.
Oh, no. And it has been replaced with the same crappy chair that was in here when I moved into this room. And now it's going to get burned down, all of it.
One little Thanksgiving break, and they're stealing stuff from C-Lane Studio.
No, apparently this started when I went on my, like, I heard the words day one of my paternity leave.
Wow.
The chair was gone.
So listen, the last company email that we got, just reply all and ask where your damn chair is.
Where is my chair? Return it to my studio ASAP, please.
And nobody gets hurt.
Yeah, nobody gets hurt if you get back here.
If I say that, does that open me up to legal trouble? If
I mean, HR has a phone number now. We can ask.
You're not saying that somebody is going to get hurt. You're saying, well, nobody will get hurt if I get the chair back and everything will be fine.
Tell me I don't get a chair and also nobody gets hurt, but in the same breath, nobody gets hurt when I get my chair back.
Well, how was Thanksgiving for everybody? I haven't seen you guys in a while.
It's been a minute.
Did you go down to Miami for Thanksgiving, Sabrina, or did you stay here in town?
Oh, I stayed here in town. I went and had Thanksgiving with my girlfriend's parents.
That's a big step.
It was, but it was so nice and lovely, and I stayed in town, and it was a good time. And the very next day, I had maybe 2 days later, the Orlando City soccer playoffs, which was a hoot and a half. I had quite the time. I started off at the production meeting running face first into an elevator.
Oh, that's good.
Everything, broke blood and all that. I'm like, I think I'm ready
You
for
broke
today.
your blood?
I broke blood. Right on the face. Right on the face.
Oh, God. Are you okay now?
I'm good now, and I feel so much better after, like, the week before Thanksgiving. I was dying, you guys. I got that flu that, I don't know, everyone got.
Yeah.
Was it RSV or it was the flu?
No idea. I just felt like I was dead. I mean, I was in a cave for like 4 days, not knowing where I was, just sweating and sleeping and then eating soup.
Yeah, there was something going around because Dylan, my son, over the break was like, I am out for the count right now. You know, I might have to go to the clinic. And he just really was feeling bad for, about 2-3 days, I think. He was sick.
It was a good time.
So, something's hitting people out there. Be careful. Try to stay away from other human beings for a little while. How was your Thanksgiving, C-Lane?
It was good. You know, we did the family thing. We let everybody, pass the baby. We just pass the baby Thanksgiving.
Pass the baby.
And it was a good time.
And yours, Sean?
Mine was good. Yeah, we went over to Courtney's family, their Thanksgiving, as we always do, and spent some time with them. It was a blast, and all the good food and all that stuff. And then we had a nice, relaxing Thanksgiving break, thankfully. I needed it. I need some recharge time. So now we're recharged and ready to go, and let's do things like we normally do. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to the world of sports, baby. It's where we belong. We call this land home. On the fields across America and beyond, we're watching what the sports people are doing.
Old pigskin.
And this time it was on the Red Zone show where they watch like all the football games at the same time.
Yep.
Very intense. It's a lot to take in.
Well, it's just like little squares?
Sometimes, C-Lane's seen this more than me, but they cover like every single football game. And if somebody's about to score, like if somebody's going to score, they go to that game.
Yeah, they have like a huge behind the scenes staff that's monitoring each game and recording, and like they just bounce from play to play if something's good.
Right. And then so they'll say like the Buffalo Bills are about to score, go to it right now. And then they'll zoom over to that game.
It's insane. I've seen, as a nerd, I would watch a 2 hours long version of this, but I've seen like a short behind the scenes of how they do this NFL, and for a while the DirecTV had their own version of the Red Zone, and this guy that would just sit on a set for hours, sometimes not going to the bathroom, or if he did have to go to the bathroom, they had some generic drops of him going, and that'll come in for a touchdown.
Oh, really?
And he catches it for a touchdown.
They got a sound bar of him, an AI version of him. Well, he had some troubles this week during his Red Zone coverage. Here's what happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a first in my 20-something year broadcasting career. We have an alarm going off in the studios of NFL Red Zone right now.
Now, they had no idea exactly what this was for, but you'll hear it in a second. It's like, this
fire
alarm
drill.
something ringing out in the background, and he's like, I don't know what to do.
In our studios here in Inglewood, California, we are being told
right there
we need to evacuate the building. We do not know the nature of the emergency. You can probably hear the alarm.
I can.
Right over the top of my right shoulder here.
You know what's so funny? They tell you what to do for these things, and then every time it happens at a workplace, everybody looks around and goes, well,
nobody does it.
What are we doing? What do we do here?
Yeah.
There was one time I think we were on the air, and we typically would get an email saying it's a fire drill, don't worry about it. It goes, you know, and then I remember somebody had like rushed in saying, hey, this is real, we gotta go. And I'm like, okay, do I click every single button, or what? How do we throw on best of? How long are we gonna be outside?
We didn't have a meeting about this, for God's sake. And then everybody kind of wanders out into the parking lot of the building, and we're all like, what's going on? You know what's going on?
You have a cigarette?
Nobody knows what's going on, and then we move on with our day. That's generally how it goes. They dealt with that for a couple of minutes and tried to keep the broadcast going as best as they possibly could, so somehow they made it through. You know, one thing I noticed over the Thanksgiving break, and this was kind of interesting to me, because it's a big change. It's a big change in our lives. And certainly most of us who have been on Earth for a little while have seen this, well, go very, very differently. Because Black Friday 2023 just hit a little different, I think.
It was
hit
a
a little
womp-womp?
different. Oh, my God. There were so many videos I saw. I'll give you an example, okay? For those of you watching the stream, I'll describe it for everybody else. This is at, I believe, a Best Buy. And they're like, here we go. You know, they have all their employees come in for the early Black Friday opening. And generally, you're going to open that door, and people are sitting there, open.
Stampede, a grandma gets run over.
Yeah, got to get that flat screen. Everybody runs in there and goes as fast as they can. Here's how it goes in 2023, okay? All right, open the door. One dude, another guy behind him, I think.
Wow.
Just strolls in. There's like one person that comes into the store for the Black Friday deals. Nobody is doing the craziness anymore.
Now, I wonder, though, did all these stores prepare for the craziness? And they had, like, extra staff paying overtime, a bunch of people just standing around for the next 8 hours?
I think they did, really. They did. And people were making fun of it, like there's not really good deals.
No, did you see the video of the girl going through Target?
Yeah, here it is in front of me. You can see her, like, she pulls the Black Friday deals aside, and it's the same price behind it. Like, there wasn't, they just put Black Friday on the same deal.
Somebody posted one that it said, like, Black Friday savings. It wasn't even like you had to pull it aside. It was off down and to the right of it, and it was like, $2.99, save 0% for Black Friday.
Why would they?
Like, why even put it up?
I think it's a dud in stores now. I think it's not this social phenomenon that it used to be.
Still good online.
Very good online. And it did, a lot of people bought stuff. All right, put it that way. They said Black Friday shoppers spent a record $9.8 billion in U.S. online sales. That's up 7.5% from a year ago. It was just the stores themselves that were dead, absolutely dead. And if you went actually Black Friday shopping, tell us your experience. Maybe you saw something, but so many of these stores were just ghost towns as everybody chose to sit on their couch, bring out the laptop, or just do it right there on their phone and shop online. A $10 billion spent on Black Friday shopping, and I bought one thing for Black Friday.
What'd you get, bud?
Something that has been in my ear for years now, I think. Heard many, many, many commercials about it.
A dead cockroach?
Not a dead roach. Nope, Navage is right.
Yeah, welcome to the club, man.
It was 25% off for Black Friday, and I was like, you know what? Let's try this weird thing. Let's see what happens here.
I Navaged it up over the Thanksgiving break, especially when I got the flu. It's a miracle. It's a vacuum for your nose.
And we're not getting paid for this part of it,
We
just
should.
for the record. We should be, but we're not.
My airways have never been so clear.
Oh, sweet, merciful air.
Oh, sweet, merciful air.
That's what I'm going to be saying real soon. So, yeah, this is the only thing that we ended up buying for Black Friday, but I know a lot of you were out there online and buying a whole bunch of stuff. Meanwhile, over at the box office, I went to the theaters and watched Thanksgiving, which was pretty awesome, actually. If you guys haven't heard. Yeah, it's a horror, Thanksgiving horror film. I saw that and thought that was really good. And then we were going to watch something else. We were going to go see, like, Napoleon. Napoleon's really long, though.
And then Hunger Games is really long, and a lot of the theaters were full.
That's what I did for the break as well, as I went and watched all of the Hunger Games, like up to date. But I kept falling asleep during part 2 and part 3. So I saw them about 4 times each, and now I think I've memorized everything.
You know what? We went and saw, I'm forgetting the name of it right now.
How many movies did you go to?
We went to 2. And the other one we went to was the new Nicolas Cage movie.
Oh, where he's like old in it?
He's older. He's like a professor. And the plot of the movie I thought was so interesting because one of his friends comes up to him, or actually his daughter was first. And his daughter's like, "You're in my dreams. And you don't do anything. You just kind of stand there." And then word gets out and somebody else goes, "You know what? I dream about you too. And in my dreams, you just stand there. You don't do anything." And then 3 or 4 other people are like, I dream. And it turns out like the whole world is dreaming about Nicolas Cage. And this weird like phenomenon is happening. And he gets famous off of it. And he's like, enjoying the fame.
Just being dream guy?
Yeah, being dream guy, and everybody loves him. He's the dream guy. Nick Cage is the dream guy. He's an old professor. He's got young women who want to have sex with him because they're having sexy dreams of him. Everything's going good. Then all of a sudden, in the dreams that everybody on the planet is having about Nicolas Cage, he starts murdering them in the most vicious ways. And they get mad at him in real life for it.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
That's the plot of the movie. And you see like what happens as he's reacting to all of this. It was interesting. It was really weird. There was some scenes about it that you're going to cringe so hard at. Oh my God. Like the scene with him and the young girl who wants to sleep with him is so tough to watch. It's something, man. It is really something to behold, but go check that out. Dream Scenario, Christina on Twitch. Thank you for that. It's called Dream Scenario. Number 1 at the box office was Hunger Games. Napoleon took 2nd. The Disney movie Wish took 3rd. That's the 4th or 5th big loss for Disney at the theaters in recent months here. Trolls band together, and then Thanksgiving was 5th place, excuse me. The Marvels dropping all the way down to 6th, so I don't even know if that movie is going to recoup the money it took to make it. They're not looking good for the Marvels right now. We want to hear from you today. We're back. We're live. We're doing this thing. You can send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on yours right now. When we return, something that had my attention all weekend long, and it's going to have yours, I think, very, very soon. What was it? Well, that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Someday, Alexa will do everything. Alexa, can you take the dog for a walk?
Ha ha ha. No way in hell.
But until then, tell her to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Playing Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Orlando, what's happening? I hope your Monday is going great so far. And right now, you're going to want to steer clear of an incident on McCoy Road. That's westbound between the Beach Line and Orange Avenue. And of course, right now, your usual delay on I-4 eastbound that's approaching State Road 535. Westbound, you're going to feel a delay approaching Colonial Drive, but the turnpike is clear. No issues north or southbound on the Greenway, and east and westbound lanes of the 408 are also incident-free. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number, if you have a report for us, is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Check engine light, oh so bright? Drive into any Central Florida area Valvoline Instant Oil Change where our certified technicians are happy to help you get back on the road in no time. Stay in your car and no appointment needed. For money-saving coupons, go to VIOC.com.
One of the best gifts a kid can get is a new bike. And Real Radio has your chance to make that dream come true for kids in our community. Join Just Call Mo, Orlando's injury attorney, and the Monsters in the Morning as they broadcast live from Exploria Stadium for our annual bike drive. Our goal is 104 bikes of all sizes. So bring a brand new bike, and a new bike helmet wouldn't be a bad thing. Wednesday, November 29th, between 6 a.m. and 11 a.m. to Exploria Stadium, and help us help the kids. Get your bike today and join us Wednesday, November 29th at Exploria Stadium. Get the details at realradio.fm/bike. Thanks to Orlando City Soccer Club, the Orlando City Foundation, and JustCallMo.com.
What is Light Imaging FLA? Hey, Russ Rollins here. Basically, they save lives with FDA-approved state-of-the-art low-dose radiation scanners. They can easily detect heart disease and cancer before a patient has any symptoms. My sister just found out she has stage 4 cancer. Everyone she talks to, she says, get a scan if you can. If you're fighting stage 1 cancer, that's much easier than fighting stage 4 cancer. And also, as far as heart attacks. Did you know 30 to 40% of the heart attacks in America, the first symptom is sudden death. 1 out of 3 people will die from heart disease. So these are things that you really should get looked at, and Life Imaging FLA can help you with that now. And there's a few minimum requirements, but this is a $699 value. You can do it now by calling pound 250, pound 250. Say the words free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds. That's pound 250. Say the words free heart scan. You'll have an option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. It's Life Imaging FLA. I did this, and I know my heart is good, which is awesome news. Life Imaging FLA.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
First, we tried a cheaper grocery store, but we still couldn't buy enough food. I keep smiling because I don't want my parents to feel bad. They work so hard, and I know how much they love me. But people like you give us hope. This holiday season, every $10 you donate to Second Harvest Food Bank helps provide 40 meals. Thanks to you, we can enjoy a big meal together as a family. Give today at feedhopenow.org.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank, any member FDIC.
Guys, are you tired of being tired? Frustrated because it seems impossible to lose belly fat? If you're looking for a solution, then listen to Mark.
I had fantastic results with the Andro 400 Max. Probably lost 35 pounds, and more impressive than that was the inches I lost off of my belly and my waist. And the increased energy is fantastic. I'll be totally honest, I tried a different product, and I wasn't happy with the different product. You guys are considerably cheaper than the other brand, and I can really feel the difference.
Andro 400 Max, the extra strength, all natural testosterone booster. The safe, easy, and affordable way to gain energy and lose stubborn belly fat. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. Feel and look like a new man. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Alliant Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 12-month terms and only $1,000 minimum. And the happiest part? Alliant certificates yield 5.25% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Open the app and click on the holiday banner or search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus stations playing all kinds of holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, R&B,
R&B, tons of playlists, even podcasts. Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Join the millions of listeners on the iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Documenting and contributing to the decline in American culture. This
Did you guys watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?
Nope.
Get any of that? No, not a single moment of it, huh?
I feel like every year I wake up on Thanksgiving and go, oh, let me see if that parade is on, and it's over.
Oh, really? I
What
watched a
time is it
little bit
there?
of it. I mean, I feel like it starts at like 9.
Yeah, it's a
that's
little
the-
early.
That's the problem.
Right, yeah, that'll get you. It's a little earlier when they put this on Thanksgiving. You saw a little bit of it, Sabrina?
I did, and I believe I saw what you're about to mention.
Well, the true hero of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade,
besides me when the turkey came out,
was that right before the place where they broadcast, like where the cameras are, where they show the big giant balloons. Right before it, there was a tree branch. And this tree branch was just massacring balloons. And so many of the balloons were like hobbling across the finish line because of this one tree branch that was just shredding them open as they turned around this corner. And I guess word didn't get out. And they just kept bringing them by this tree.
It's like the parade route was set up by Kevin McAllister. Just like,
Right. It's like a trick tree branch right there at the end. It was just ruining all these balloons. It was something to behold. Somebody says, Arya Shadowblade says, poor Luffy. Yeah, Luffy is one of the characters. It was a big balloon going right around the corner, and it like popped out his hat and completely deflated half of the guy.
But nobody took it down.
Nobody took it
I
down.
love
Nobody. They just kept trying to get the balloons across the finish line and make sure that they got done. But when they were on TV, you could see so many of them that were injured by this tree branch.
Now, I know that there were some performances that people were talking about.
Yeah, dude. I thought that's what you were going to mention, Sean.
So and none were as bad as all the stuff I heard about Jack Harlow's halftime show on Thanksgiving.
That was so weird.
They said it looked like a sound check. Some people were like, I don't even think this is what was supposed to be aired.
But they said the budget for that must have been like $15 because of the setup that he had.
They
That
put
was
like
bad.
stuff that you would find inside of a mattress as the snow for the ground. It got real strange.
It wasn't very impressive at all.
But at the parade, at the Macy's holiday parade, who performed that was like everybody was weirded out by?
There's a couple of them.
I mean,
all the Broadway
Cher
stuff
performance was magnifique.
all the Broadway stuff was weird. There was a Broadway performance about corn.
I'm sorry?
Oh, the new was it Shucked or something like that? There's a musical.
It might have been. Yeah, it's a musical about corn, and they're like talking about pooping out corn, and it was so weird. It was absolutely
Shucked,
bizarre.
a new musical. Tony Award winner, corn-fed, cornbread American musical from the hottest names on Broadway.
If you didn't know what you were getting there, it was just like, hey, this is a new play on Broadway. And they're talking about, like, we're pooping out corn and they're just singing all these songs. It was something, man.
So during Cher's performance, the highlight and the clip that went the most viral were the not one, but 3 men that were in charge of taking off her coat during the middle of the song. And then you just see them, they're waiting, they're dancing. One of them went too early. Another one just grabbed one arm while her other arm was still dangling around. And then they walked off stage, never to be seen again.
Yeah, she looked good, I thought.
Yeah.
She's I think she's in her 70s or something.
I just love that 3 people were in charge of taking off her coat.
She's Cher. She's a one-namer, So, she's going to be somebody who has a lot of people working around her at all times.
I think one of the good things about being Cher and still doing these little one-off performances, now I know that in the case of some of these parades like that, the microphones aren't even on.
No.
But when you have your Mariah Careys and people like that show up and they sound a little different than they used to, you're like, oh, this person's aging. Cher was auto-tuning from the beginning. Before people even, she wasn't doing it to stay in tune. It was just the sound she liked. So if it sounds a little electric, it's just going to sound like Cher.
Right. That's kind of her sound and her voice. And yeah, she did that a long time ago. So yeah, the corn thing was weird. And then there's a new Broadway play where they say everybody who is in it is autistic. And they did one of the performances.
Like all the actors are autistic?
Yes.
Or they portray autistic people?
You know what? I'm not sure. Because honestly, if all these people were autistic, we've loosened up the definition of autistic a little too much. I think we've gotten a little bit loose with what we call autistic, because they're singing, they're dancing, they're on television, they're doing all this stuff, and incredibly impressive performance. But that one I thought was a little bit strange too. And then there was just a couple of them that were, if you knew the backstory, like the corn thing, maybe if I know about that play, it makes more sense.
But tell me, this is on Broadway, like in New York?
Yeah, like Tony winning, C-Lane said.
So weird.
And so I guess I can imagine it this way.
One of the last times I was in New York, I walked by that corn show like a bunch of times. Shucked, yeah. And I was like, interesting.
I could imagine, though, that if I had never heard of Avenue Q, and then they're like, Avenue Q, this new Broadway play, and they did The Internet is for Porn, I might think that's weird not knowing the whole play, but I know the whole play, and I think it's funny, and I like it. So, I don't know. It just looked really, really, really strange to take all of that in. So that was the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and all the stuff that was happening during the break. But most of you, meanwhile, were flying around, it seems, because the TSA said that yesterday, Sunday, with all the people coming home, because I was out and about yesterday, and every place I went to was dead. It was so slow. And I said, is it people on... Oh, no, well, Costco's going to be blowing up. Not Black Friday, but even the Sunday after Black Friday over at Costco, it's going to be busy. But none of the places I went to had a big crowd, even popular places that we visited. And I said, was everybody just checked out? Maybe they were traveling, because the TSA yesterday screened over 2.9 million people at airports nationwide, which is a record, the busiest day ever for air travel. I know there was a bunch of flights that got delayed. You can imagine that with 2.9 million people traveling at the airports. You're going to see some delays, but it was a big day for people flying around yesterday. Maybe that's why I didn't see anybody at the places I went to. Maybe that's why it's a little more dead.
One video of the lady taking pee-pee in the middle of the aisle on a Frontier flight during the Thanksgiving break.
Yeah, that would have been real pleasant to be on that flight, wouldn't have? You look up and you see that going on.
Oh, she's using the bathroom. Cool.
Yeah, people got people smoking on planes, peeing on planes. What a time to be alive.
Was there somebody trying to go old school with it?
Yeah, I think it was while you were out, I think, during the break for you. But we also watched a whole bunch, and I mean as much as we could have, of a show that just came out. And they've done something different here. Over on Netflix, they released that reality version of Squid Game.
Oh, I started that.
And so they've released 5 episodes. Netflix, I thought, was usually known for releasing all of the episodes at once. But this time they've released 5 episodes. And then I think this week they're going to release 4 more episodes. And then a little further down the road, they're going to release the final episode, the finale. So it's more staggered than Netflix is used to doing with their releases, which I'm fine with. I like looking forward to stuff. But I'll tell ya, I think they did a great job turning this show into a reality TV show.
I think I watched the first 3. Maybe I started the 4th, but that episode, I mean, all of the contestants are great. I have been enjoying, especially the people that they're locking in on, though there are some characters that like pop in and out that I'm like, I wish that they would sit them down and give us their story. But the dude who was crying and vomiting in his mouth the entire time.
Oh my God. This guy was so racked with nerves that he was dry heaving. And
he was trying to give a speech to everybody, and he said it in the weirdest way. And then he goes to, because they made at least the first couple games that I saw were exactly like the show.
Yeah,
with the exception of like, I think that a lot of people went in obviously watching the show, so they skipped some parts that would be surprising to the contestants.
Sure,
but that guy's giving the speech. He's like, "Come on, everybody, we got to bond together. We got to help each other out." And then the announcer's like, by the way, you cannot help each other out. Good luck.
And he's like, you got to lick the cookie. You got to lick the cookie. And he's screaming. Steve's so awkward. I'm giving you guys some presents this
You
morning.
are. Thank you.
Just delivering these up. I thought it was fantastic. I think that show is fun to watch. We've already watched all 5 that they've released so far, and I won't, spoil anything too much. But C-Lane, the one reason why you really want to watch this, they start out with, I think, 456 contestants, and I'll be damned if I don't think every single one of them had a microphone on.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Like, imagine that setup where 450 plus people
This
are
is getting out of control. Nobody can mix that many microphones at one time. So either they're recording them all for later, or there's some sort of AI, controlling them.
You would hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, they all had microphones and they all had the little packs.
Yeah.
And it seemed like they had to have those on all the time.
I cannot imagine the organization that it would require to do this with over 450 people with microphones. You got to keep cameras on everybody.
It's these people that are like doing these like the sound design for that big ball in Vegas, the Sphere,
the
Madison Square Garden Sphere.
Right.
They're like, there's a speaker for every person in the house. Like, what? Why?
It's overkill.
Yeah,
you guys are doing too much.
Yeah. It's like a Bloody Mary with like a 3-course meal inside of it. It's too much.
Another reason I bring this up is because now they're talking about a possible lawsuit against the show from some of the contestants who got injured or said that they were not treated right on the set of Squid Game. The first thing I think of is like, it's Squid Game. It's kind of right there in it that this is not going to be a walk in the park. It's Squid Game. And you should know that there's going to be some troubles here. It's like going on Survivor and going, well, hey, hang on.
Hey, then give me water.
What's going on here? This is a little tougher than I thought.
Do you think people would be like big mad if somebody died on the set of Squid Game?
They show it?
My God. I don't know. Well, that comes into play here in a second, actually. As per Entertainment Weekly, anonymous contestants have sent letters of claim to the show's producers, alleging that they suffered hypothermia and nerve damage due to poor health and safety regulations. In England, letters of claim are sent before official legal action is taken. From what we've been told, they push the boundaries of safety in the name of entertainment, says one of the people who sent the letter. Production companies need to ensure that health and safety standards on their shows don't leave people at risk of harm. They say they take the welfare of their contestants extremely seriously, blah, 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 blah. All right, here's what one of the problems was, all right? So they said, and I couldn't tell watching this, and Serena, you probably couldn't either. I guess when they filmed Red Light, Green Light and the Squid Game Challenge, it was really cold outside.
I could absolutely tell. Maybe it was, I had seen a TikTok video of one of the contestants who was not featured on the show. At least I didn't see her, but she was talking about how cold it was. So I looked out for it, and if you watch that episode again, or at least that scene, you could see how cold it is. Like, people are jumping around, hands are in pockets. You could see like everyone is reacting, and the way that it's set up, it looks like that it's inside.
Right.
But, according to these reports, like, it was below freezing for like 9 hours they were outside.
And so here's the crazy thing, C-Lane. Just like in the show where when you lose red light, green light, you get shot, they have every contestant has a squib on them. And when they're out, the squib blows up and they don't know it's going to happen necessarily, like at what exact time. So they're surprised by it. But the contestants, when the squib blows up, which makes it look like they got shot, they have to fall down and pretend that they're dead. And so it's cold as hell outside, and now you're just a dead body, just laying there and waiting for the game to end so that you can get out of there.
And the squib, if it has fake blood, if there's like some sort of blood pack, that's fluid, which is making you colder.
Right? Yeah, it was really fun to watch.
You guys have pretty much covered this, but Chi-Town Schweedy on Twitch says the TikTok saying the red light, green light took 9 hours in the cold. Half of the microphones were fake, and some people had tickets booked home before they lost.
Oh.
According to some TikToks.
We got to hear more about this because I found one of the contestants that's talking about his experience on Twitter. I'm going to reach out to him and see if we can lock him in this week. MFQ says, is it on the level with the Mr. Beast Squid Games? Not even close. It's way, way above what Mr. Beast did. It's a really impressive setup that
Mr. Beast is probably Mr. Butthurt about that.
Yeah, but they spent some money on this whole thing. And the prize is like $4.5 million or something. So It's real significant, and that was fun to watch. You should check it out if you haven't already. All right, we're going to get to your dispatches. When we come back, we'll work in the first dispatches of the week. Plus, we got to talk about something. They said that there's this house that has now gone on the market, and I have some issues with this particular home and something that's been happening with homes across the country recently. And this needs to stop. Okay, we got to do something about this. What is it? We'll talk about that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
So until they ban it, you can still find us here at Real Radio 1041 on TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today will be right around the 70-degree mark. We start with mostly cloudy skies, but it does turn partly cloudy by later this afternoon. But we are monitoring a big cool down by Tuesday morning. Wake-up temperatures will be in the 40s and 50s. And for your Tuesday, highs only reaching the low 60s. It's all thanks to a front that made its way across the state. So remember to bundle up, Central Florida.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Shop unbeatable deals during Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale. Tuesday is your last chance to save up to 60% on top brands. Plus, with the low price guarantee, if you see a better price, Mattress Firm will match it. This Black Friday, better sleep is a sure bet. Don't miss out.
Going to be a chilly week this week, and that could have you flipping on that heater for the first time in a very long time. Is your air conditioner ready for that? Is something going to go south? You never know, and that's why it's a perfect time for you to get the preventative maintenance plan from Mills Air, where one of their expert technicians will come out and look at your AC. Doesn't matter what kind it is. They'll look at it up and down and make sure that it's in perfect working order. They can fix just about any problem you're going to run into. And if you have a huge issue and you need a new AC, well, they're a Carrier factory authorized dealer. And that's big. That means they can get you access to up to $1,275 in rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit, which can save you money on your electric bill. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. So give them a call, 407-277-1159, or you can find them online at millsair.com.
iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Just open the app and search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus all kinds of other holiday stations, playlists, and podcasts. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
No payments for 90 days with approved credit on every truck in stock. Ford, Chevy, Ram, and GMC, Nations Trucks has got them all. Lifted trucks, work trucks, diesels, and 4x4s. Take advantage of huge Black Friday sales all month long. Go check them out at nationstrucks.com.
Your childcare fell through, and suddenly you need money for a babysitter. But how? With the Solo Funds app, that's how. Solo is a community where other members loan you the cash you need at terms you select. No credit checks, no title loans, no faceless banks. Get the loan you need from a person who wants to see you succeed. Join the Solo movement. Join us at solofunds.com.
Cento Family Moving and Storage is Central Florida's trusted source for local and long-distance moving. From packing to delivery, Cento Moving is fully licensed and insured to provide you a seamless moving experience so you can enjoy your new home in no time. Get a quote today at CentoMoving.com. Forget the stress, move with the best.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Attention business owners, this is John Souza, CEO of ERTC.com. The Employee Retention Tax Credit Program provides up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. If you're confused about the ERTC program, stop right now. Don't fall for false promises. The bottom line, there is no such thing as guaranteed eligibility. Being innovative with taxes can lead to an audit. All ERTC companies are not the same. The easiest way to know if a company is non-compliant is to ask one simple question. Is the CPA working on my file a W-2 employee of your company? If not, stop right now. Contact ERTC.com. IRS compliance is not an option. At ERTC.com, everything is done in-house by expert CPAs, and there's no cost to get started.
Get your free refund information now. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. That's 800-200-3122.
I'm John Clay Wolf, CEO of GiveMeTheVin.com, and I love to buy cars. Tall ones, short ones, pretty ones, ugly ones, fat ones, skinny ones. We buy them all. We buy 1,000 cars a week. This holiday season, if you're looking to sell your car, truck, van, or SUV, exotic, or clunker, go to GiveMeTheVin.com, because as I said in the beginning, I love to buy cars.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Oh, this cold.
Honey?
Honey?
Honey, you need DayQuil Severe Honey.
DayQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a honeylicious taste, because life doesn't stop for a cold.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
Now I'm getting a cold.
Honey. Try DayQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu relief. DayQuil Severe with honey flavor. The daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever, honeylicious, power through your day medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
At Rasmussen University, we're giving you the green light to earn your nursing or healthcare degree from a national leader in nursing education. It's your move. Get going at one of our 22 campuses or online at rasmussen.edu.
Real Radio 104.1.
On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening.
Do him like this. Have you guys seen the stories about this little kid, the football fan that everybody's going after right now?
No.
Yeah. Oh, my
Tell us
God.
more.
This is so wrong. Like, this is an example of when the media just kind of spirals out of control. And hang on, let me bring this up so you could take a peek here. So it's this little kid who was out at a Kansas City Chiefs game, and he had on the headdress, like the Native American headdress, as some of the fans of the Chiefs would do. And he's a young kid. I mean, he might be like 4 or something, 4 or 5. And now there's people like trying to cancel this little kid, okay?
How
They're
do you
going
even do
after
that?
him full force. And they're trying to like, this is one of the articles here from Deadspin. And they say the NFL needs to speak out against the Kansas City Chiefs fan in blackface native headdress.
He was in blackface too? Oh, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why
hold
did
on.
he do that?
Hold on. They said they're doubling up on the racism. Are you going to say anything, Roger Goodell? And they show this little kid, and his face is black, and he's got the headdress on. And they purposely used this photo. You know why they purposely used this photo? Because the other side of his face is red.
Oh.
His face is painted half black and half red for the Kansas City Chiefs with their colors. It's not
that's messed up.
blackface. The little kid is like, he's a
It's half
child.
blackface. Half red face.
Clearly, they took the photo of the side shot, the profile shot of him, so you couldn't see the minutia in it, and the nuance that he had his face painted in 2 colors, the red and the black for the Chiefs. Now, if you want to go after him for a headdress, it's a little kid, but it's stupid. My God. And the articles, like, these are grown-ass adults. These are grown adults who are writing things about a little kid at a football game. I can't imagine if my dad took me to a football game, and you know this kid didn't come up with this on his own. His parents are probably like, oh, we got to get you all ready for the game. And You
Let's
go
get
to the
Hacker
game.
Blackface started.
You're like, all right, here we go. This is going to be super exciting. And you go to the game, and the next day, you're all over the internet as Blackface Kid. And they're talking all this stuff about you. And you go, oh, my God. That's wrong. That's flat out wrong.
World record for youngest to be canceled.
He might be. Yeah, it's a hard one to beat, too, for this little guy.
Let's cancel a baby before the end of the year, huh?
It's up on See It Now over on the newsjunkie.com if you want to take a look at this kid. My God. All right, here's the thing I wanted to talk about.
Deadspin, like, you know better than that, right? Like, they really just want the clicks? Or is it an opinion piece?
Yeah, I think there's so many of these news outlets, and Deadspin among them, but there's so many of them, and it goes across, all political sides, who don't care anymore if you're reading the article angry. And they don't care if they're giving you nuggets of information that are misleading to get you to that anger, because you're just going to share it. And you're going to be like, this is the dumbest thing in the world. And then what do they get? They get the page views that result in ads going on your computer or your phone or whatever. And they get revenue from this, from AdSense or whatever program that they're using to serve up ads on their website. And they don't care. They're fine. It's like Jon Stewart so famously said, there's so many of these media outlets that are just arsonists. They come through, they set everything ablaze, and then all these other facts come out, and it's like, whoa, hey, this was wrong. And then they go, nope, we're on to the next thing. We're on to the next story. We're not going to go back and correct or give some additional details. We are just going to torch a 4-year-old or 6-year-old or however old this little kid is. Over to this house, I wanted to talk about.
I need to get my baby to cancel itself somehow.
Your child Jackson is so young that he would absolutely be the world record for youngest canceled. He would be it. I can think of some ways that you could do that, but that's a risky move. All of them are very risky moves.
Wait till he's 1.5.
Yeah, we might want him to be old enough to have some say in this whole thing. So there's the house that's now up for sale. It's one of the most expensive houses in the damn country, right? And this house is for sale for $30 million. A little pricey. But so many things about this house are so stupid to me, and I don't understand why any human being on planet Earth would need this. All right, the first thing that catches my attention...
Is this a brand new house or someone lived in it before?
Somebody lived in it before. Okay. Somebody lived in this previously, and I think they had done some work on it. But the house is 30,000 square feet. All right?
That's a warehouse.
It's a Walmart, for God's sake. This 30,000 square feet. No human being, not one on Earth, has a family big enough for a house that big. You do not need 30,000 square feet.
But there's an aspiring cult leader that would love the space.
That might work best. I mean, that might make the most sense. The house has 7 bedrooms, and this is always weird to me, 16 bathrooms. 7 bedrooms, 16 bathrooms across a sprawling mansion.
More bathrooms than beds, huh?
There's 16 bathrooms in this place. You're not going to use, there's going to be bathrooms that you've never used in your life in your house if you've got this place that's $30 million.
That's right. That's why you keep the stolen documents in there. You just, there's got so many bathrooms, you're not going to use them all. They become storage.
Hey, Trump tried that. They found it eventually. They got all those back. On top of the luxurious details and amenities scattered throughout, the home boasts a library lounge, a full wet bar. Okay, I'll let that pass. A private elevator.
I would assume you need that.
This house is 2 stories tall. If you are not in a wheelchair, why on earth do you need an elevator in a 2-story house?
I think you need more of a moving walkway, considering the square footage.
But
for $30 million, I expected.
I do know of people who have built their forever home. They're like, this is going to be the one that we grow old in, and eventually, now this the people that I'm thinking of, I think had more than 2 floors, but they 100% had an elevator. It was the first house I had been in that had a house elevator, and that was really fascinating to me. I was like, let's go ride this guy's elevator.
Until you get stuck in that bad boy.
Was it one of the small ones though, where it's kind of got the accordion door on it?
Yes.
Yeah, those are a little janky. Those are a
No, thank
little. Yeah, I'm a little worried about that. It's a 2-story house. Tim on YouTube says, "You don't need" is a socialist saying. You get out of here, man.
Happy Thanksgiving, Christmas.
You don't need is a socialist saying. You don't need a house with 18 or 16 bathrooms. That's just a fact. Unless you have like
socialist.
Unless this is like a football team living here. Yes, no single individual needs something like this. It's just ridiculous. I'm not saying you can't have, you dummy. I'm saying nobody needs this. It's overkill. And the thing that killed me is, if you look at this, for those of you on YouTube and twitch.tv/The News Junkie, the landscaping is atrocious. It's
What are you talking about?
It's all just grass.
To build more, Sean.
Maybe a football team does live there.
Where, yeah, it looks like a football field around the house. Where's the fountain? Where's, like, you know, the menagerie of different plants and stuff?
Are you going to say this about your future farm, your ranch, Sean?
No, I ditched the farm
because that's
idea.
exactly what it would look like. You need big fields for horses and cows.
I don't have an enemy to be a farmer. I ditched out on that idea.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not know that when you said that the first time?
I had hope for a little while.
Okay.
I thought I could dig down, but then I thought, this is a lot of work. You
There
got to get up
is.
early.
I mean, think about it. There's probably no Wi-Fi, too.
I thought it would be fun to have all the animals, but the landscaping at this $30 million house is so terrible. It's just atrocious. When I see these kind of things, I'm like, who is living? Is this like a Saudi sheik, some oil tycoon or something?
Where's it at again?
This one is, it's in Central Florida on the Butler chain of lakes.
Yeah, Butler.
Lake Down. And mind you, it has a junior Olympic pool.
Oh, cool.
And a 50-car garage. Because
50.
Why not? 50 car garage.
Yeah,
And
for collectors.
Can I say something? This ain't an amenity, friend. All right, this ain't an amenity. Plus, the house comes with free nightly entertainment, a view of Walt Disney World's nighttime fireworks show.
Oh,
that's not
nice.
You can't add that into the value of your home. That's not how things work.
Favorite thing, what I'm looking forward to the most in 2024 is the squatters that'll end up there, and because of these squatting laws in Florida, they won't be able to evict them for years.
Living their best life.
You can absolutely add that as an amenity. I mean, there's probably more ridiculous stuff that realtors have thrown in there. But I mean, think about a cruise ship. Don't you pay more for something with a window, like something with a view?
Sure, yeah, but the
why
window
not
is
pay
a
a little-
feature of the cabin. The window is like something that they put on there, and you get an advantage over everybody else. This is just something that happens in the sky because Disney's spending the money on the damn
But
fireworks.
you could be living somewhere where your backyard doesn't have that view, and you got to go out front for it, which I'm not going to do. I want it in the
Do you know
backyard.
you know how expensive it would be just to run this house every year? I would not be surprised if it cost $1 million to just operate this house every single year. That's how massive it is. It's insane. All right, we're going to take a quick break. I didn't get those dispatches in. I am so sorry. We are going to do those next. We are going to get to them. We also got to talk about something that happened on the football field this weekend, where I think this is just magnifique, man. This guy went the long way around to get back at somebody. What happened? You're going to hear about that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Real Radio Store is now open for business. Virtually. Find the official merchandise of your favorite radio station at realradio.fm/store.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. goldsmithjewelry.com.
What's happening? I hope your Monday is going great so far. And right now, if you're behind the wheel on the major highways and roads of Orlando, a few delays and incidents you should know about, including Highway 1792, that's OBT southbound at Lee Road, right lane is blocked, and also Narcoossee Road near Tavistock Lakes Boulevard on Tyson. Careful there. There's a disabled vehicle also reported southbound on the 429 toll approaching Clarkona. That's the Forest Lake Toll Plaza, but we're clear on the Greenway. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Mount Dora Christmas Walk.
Join us at the Christmas Walk in downtown Mount Dora Friday, December 1st from 6 to 9 p.m., sponsored by Advent Health and Discover Lake. A celebration of lights, shopping, and holiday fun. For details and activities, visit MountDora.com. See you December 1st at the Mount Dora Christmas Walk.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we want to share special thank you messages this Veterans Day. And who better to hear them from than your friends and family?
Happy Veterans Day to my husband, Timothy Golden. We are so proud of you.
I'd like to shout out Brendan Barrett, who served as an infantryman in the U.S. Army.
Sending a happy Veterans Day shout out to my amazing husband, Shane Dixon.
And from all of us here, happy Veterans Day. Use hashtag Gratitude Mission to thank a veteran and honor their service. Your service inspires ours. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
FAS Windows and Doors is the company to use to make your house feel better and look better. You know what they can do? Get rid of those single pane aluminum frame windows and get you double insulated vinyl windows. That'll save you money, make your AC work less, make your house look better and feel better. And I tell you, man, they can do it for you fast. Their showroom, easy to find. Fairbanks and I-4. Slide in, pick out the windows that you love, have them installed by their pros, and your house will never, ever be the same. And they can even do that for you in the door as well. Book your consultation today easily at faswd.com.
Maybe you've heard about semaglutide, the new FDA-approved drug helping people lose weight like crazy without strict dieting. But here's what you might not know. Red Mountain Weight Loss has full-strength semaglutide in their newest medication called Revelex. It's specially formulated to give you full-strength semaglutide without side effects. So with Revelex, you'll lose up to 15 pounds a month without stomach pain or nausea. And it's not a shot, it's a tablet. So you can skip the weekly trips to the doctor's office. But here's the best part. Revelex costs about half of what you'll pay for other semaglutide medications. That's right. I said half the price. So why go anywhere else? At Red Mountain, you get no shots, no side effects, just results. And for half the price, trust the leader in medical weight loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has helped millions of people lose weight safely, and they can help you too. Just go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
Help the planet with a tip from iHeartRadio Earth. Education doesn't just take place in the classroom. There are many ways children of all ages can learn about sustainability and the environment at home. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Earth for a list of resources, activity guides, and toolkits that are educational and fun for the whole family. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living, or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth. iHeartRadio Earth is here with a new way to enjoy our beautiful planet. Reduce your impact on the environment this fall by packing a waste-free lunch for school or work. Avoid foods with excessive packaging. Use reusable cutlery, napkins, cups, bags, and containers, and recycle or compost any waste when possible. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living, or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth.
My name is John Clay Wolf. I'm the CEO of GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer, and I love to buy cars. We just buy them all. Been doing it for 30 years. Look at the reviews online for Give Me the VIN. You'll be shocked how much our customers love us. This holiday season, we'd love to do business with you at GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer, where we love to buy cars.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Get a scan if you can. Life Imaging FLA. Do you know early detection of heart disease and cancer can be a game changer when it comes to, in terms of treatment and outcome? Detecting these diseases early in stages, early stages, can improve the chances of success in your treatment, even save lives. Now, we've had a great response with Life Imaging FLA. I've been talking about it all through the last month, and we were doing the free heart scans. Well, for every 10 free heart scans that we did, we found that there was people that we're actually nervous. Early detection is not something to be feared. Just like anything else, if you catch it early, they can work on this problem, and treatments and options are so much better chances for success when you get early detection. Call Life Imaging FLA. There's minimum requirements, but this is a $699 value, so give them a call by dialing pound 250, pound 250, say the keywords free heart scan, and you will be connected in seconds. It's free heart scan. Just go pound 250, say the words free heart scan, you'll be connected in seconds. Early detection, save lives. It's Life Imaging FLA.
If you're into sports, you have to check out Primrose Lanes for game days. Amazing food, great drinks, and even better viewing options. Eat, drink, and watch in style. Visit us at primroselanes.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Huge Black Friday savings all month long. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
And I decided to see if everybody was right, if all the hype was correct, and if Matt Rife was actually not funny.
You did it.
Yeah, like everybody was saying. I was like, if so many people are talking about this and crapping on this guy because the Matt Rife backlash is real for this comedian who exploded on TikTok and is now like selling out arenas and stuff. I mean, he's huge right now. And everybody was saying, I went to a show, it wasn't funny at all. It's just a bunch of girls wooing at him. And his special is terrible, blah, 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 blah. And this guy really was getting it in the wake of the schedule being, or the stand-up special being released. And the other thing that I noticed was he was getting some heat for some particular jokes in it. So I said, let me watch this and let me see if everybody's right, if Matt Rife is actually not funny or what. So we put it on like Thursday or Friday morning when we woke up, and Courtney's sitting next to me in bed. It's like, let's check this out. And it starts, and he's up there, really professional production, looks nice, and everything is as you would expect for a Netflix comedy special.
What was it called again? What's his special? The name of it?
I can't remember. I don't remember, but it's right there on the top of Netflix.
Yeah.
And
it was called. Ah, damn it! It's not coming up.
Let me know when you see that. But
Natural Selection.
That's it. Yeah, Natural Selection. And so as we're watching, I'm not really laughing, and I listen over, and Courtney starts laughing out loud. Right? She's laughing. She thinks one of the jokes is funny, and I'm only half paying attention, to be fair. Another minute or two goes by. She laughs again, and I make a couple more laughs from her, and I go, maybe what's happening here is this guy is a comedian where his demographics are heavily skewed to females. And guys are going to the shows and they're like, what the hell is this?
See,
this isn't my kind of comedy.
Like, like his demo was females before the special came out because, it was hot. And then all you saw was crowd work online. But I heard like the opposite, honestly, that it was the jokes that were kind of rubbing people the wrong way, but especially the demographic. Like
he does the thing where he's like, I'm going to say this controversial thing out loud. And that's like one of the things that he does through his stand-up, which I don't know if you would say that that's like a masculine or feminine thing, but it seemed to me like he was doing a fine job. His jokes were all right. And he was making people laugh, and he's selling tickets, right? So isn't that the most important thing? Like, we'll find out if Matt Rife's not funny. He won't sell as many tickets if he's not funny moving forward. He might not get another Netflix special if he's not funny moving forward. Did I think he was hilarious? Not really. I didn't think he was a super funny stand-up. But Courtney laughed, and she seemed to enjoy it, and other people are seeming to enjoy it. It's just not for me, right? And that's one thing I think so many more people should start doing. Like, if you're watching something and you think it sucks, maybe it's just not made for you. Maybe that thing was not created for you. It's not targeting you. It's like if you if you're like a 45-year-old man and you turn on Sex and the City and you go, well, what is this crap? I don't like this at all. It's not for you. It's not for you.
Now, when you say that Matt Rife had a couple jokes where he said, well, I'm going to say the controversial, were you talking about the domestic violence jokes? Because if I'm just reading headlines, it's like, well, Matt Rife sexist joke this, Matt Rife DV jokes that. It seems like they're coming after him for content, which as a comedian, like that should be, that's what he's doing. That's what the whole point.
But as a comedian, though, the DV joke was so like expected. Like, not only did you do it for this special, it was like, oh my God, you did like she should be in the kitchen joke.
Right.
God.
The domestic violence joke, it shouldn't be something where it's like, how dare he? It's like, it wasn't a good joke. It was a bad joke.
Was cheap.
It was corny. It was like about a woman with a black eye. And they said, why is she out in the front of the restaurant? Shouldn't she be back in the kitchen? And he's like, well, maybe the black eye shows that she can't cook. Or it was like that, basically. It was a cheesy, like, boomer joke, essentially. That would be something that would be more offensive to me than the idea that it was about domestic violence. But, yeah, we checked that out this weekend. I didn't think he was very funny, but Courtney seemed to enjoy it. Flats Fisherman said, I tried watching it, not for me. Mark Carr says on YouTube, comedy is subjective. There are plenty of comedians who never made me laugh. That's exactly how I was with Dane Cook. I mean, I just watched these specials that everybody was watching. It was a huge phenomenon at the time. And I realized halfway through, I was like, everybody seems to be having a blast, but this is just not hitting for me right now. And it wasn't the kind of comedy that I like necessarily.
The plunge that we almost took over the Thanksgiving break and then realized, oh, wow, this is an investment. Is Oppenheimer is now available on streaming?
Is it?
And we're like, let's watch Oppenheimer. That sounds like a great idea. And we like pulled up the page, and it's I forgot that it's 3 hours long.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, that's
yeah, but at home you could pause it and stuff.
Yeah, but also we had to go to bed. I don't do this thing that you guys do where you watch half of something and then come back and watch the other half. It's not in my like DNA.
All
like
or nothing
you'll stay
for you?
up. You don't fall asleep ever to TV.
Yeah, if I fall asleep, I might revisit something, but I don't like go. All right, we're gonna put a pin in this one. We're gonna dog ear this page and come back to it.
You can watch that on one of your baby shifts. You got the late night baby shift going on. Pop some Oppenheimer in the background. Little Jackson's learning about nuclear bombs and stuff. He's taking in the information.
Imagine that's his first word is Oppenheimer.
That'd be great. We got to talk about this. I think C-Lane sent this over the weekend. And it was about something we discussed on the show a while back. And it was this 3-year cruise. By the way, Amy Caulfield's out today. She'll be joining us again next week. But it's about this 3-year cruise. And it's one of those things where if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true.
But did we think this sounded too good to be true? Because it wasn't for the penny pincher. For sure.
No, but it wasn't that expensive for 3 years, though. Like of room and board and all your meals and all that stuff. Life at Sea is what it was. Life at Sea Cruises, their inaugural 3-year voyage, and you would be traveling the world from the comfort of a cruise ship at prices that rivaled regular living expenses. So I think, C-Lane, people matched it up against if I'm just paying for my apartment,
right,
and paying for entertainment and stuff. I could be living on the cruise ship, traveling the world for 3 years.
It started at $30,000 a year, which divided by 365, that's $82 and change per day of room, board, food, all those expenses.
Right. You had a drink pass with that?
I would imagine
you have to sneak in alcohol for the next 3 years.
You're gonna have to bring a lot.
I would imagine there would be some sort of drink package. I don't know that would go along with the $30,000. You might be paying a little more for that.
I mean, $30,000 to travel the world for an entire year sounds like a good deal to me. Maybe I'm out of touch there, but I think that sounds like something that would be cheap.
Also, at one point, if I had that drink package, I would probably wake up and go, "Turn it off! Turn it off, man!"
But like the reason why they canceled this is also mind blowing. They didn't have a ship.
Right.
I'm like, why did you sell this without having that like ready to go, solidified?
Did you hear about the couple that was trying to go on this and sold their house?
Oh,
Okay,
no.
there's a couple, and they go, we want to travel the world together. It's a dream of ours. And so they sell their house at a loss, right? They lost money on selling their house.
And all their stuff.
And all their stuff. And they used all that money to purchase the tickets for this 3-year cruise. And what was it, like $120,000 or something? Or more than that, right?
$30,000 a year, so 369, $180,000 for 2 people.
So $180,000 they put into this, and then all of a sudden they get the information, hey, we don't have a ship. Yeah, it's a little bit of a problem.
It's not just that. Like, it had gotten to the point where, and I don't know how you do this without a ship. Because if you don't have a ship, how do you have you assigned rooms to a hypothetical ship? Is it that they had a ship in mind and then they couldn't finish paying for it, or they didn't seal the deal, so that's what they assigned? Because people were in Istanbul, like they had traveled there to start this vacation.
Yeah, they flew to Turkey. They were in hotels waiting for this cruise to launch off with them.
What a mess. And were their deposits like non-refundable that they now get to just profit on?
They have stated that they're going to start refunding people for this 3-year cruise that was canceled. I don't know that has happened right now, and this seems like an absolute disaster. People spent tens of thousands of dollars on what was meant to be the experience of a lifetime.
Is it even possible to buy travel insurance for a trip like this?
Ooh, I don't know. That would be a pricey one probably because of the risk that they have right there. Flat says $30,000 to travel the world seems extremely cheap. Yeah, with the food and everything included there. Especially imagine this. If you could possibly, because I think it came with Wi-Fi too, supposedly. None of this actually existed. But if you could remote work from the cruise ship, and get all your work done, and you pay $30,000 for a year, and now all your food and your rent and everything is included in that, that's a good deal.
I think there are people that do that. Like we definitely know there are people that live on cruise ships. That like they go, we're going to retire. We're going to pick this company to cruise with and kind of bounce between boats, and they just kind of stay on board. And maybe there's probably some people that do that and work. Because they have the connection, they have the capability. Why not?
Yeah, I would. I mean, that sounds kind of fun, actually. But it was all a dream, and it did not turn into a reality for them. I want to talk about this real quick, and then I will play the dispatches because I have not done that. So I'm just been a liar over here.
Heard that
There's
one.
a football player for the Seattle Seahawks, and his name is DK Metcalf. And I like DK Metcalf right now because this is a man who is dedicated to doing things that I think are fun. They said he's been in trouble many times for trash talking other opponents on the field. Did you see this?
Yeah.
So
It's
this
awesome.
guy, DK Metcalf, went out and learned sign language classes by taking them on his off days. So now that he can sign language in ESL, he can curse at his fellow players and insult them and trash talk all the other players that are his opponents because he could do it in sign language, and that is not something that will get any kind of penalty.
Until there is a parent with a deaf child who's watching football and said this is supposed to be a family television show.
That's a long way to go to be able to roast people. I like that.
Has he confirmed that he's taking the classes, or is this like one of those things where on his off time he's looking up YouTube videos on how to say things like you throw like a bitch, and he's just learning phrases rather than, you think like if he sat down with somebody he could have a very minuscule conversation in ASL?
I don't know, but I know it says this. Seahawks wide receiver DK Metcalf takes sign language classes on off days. So if that means he's literally in like a classroom, that's even more funny to me. I just like that. Okay, let's go over to you. Let's work in those dispatches. I promised we got time for just a couple here, and John L. has a dispatch for us. Hello.
Red face and black face, double racist. Cancel
Double
the
whammy.
kid.
They're going to cancel the 4-year-old or the 6-year-old. It's hard for me to detect what age little kids are in that zone. Living the Dream is talking about amenities.
Hey guys, happy Monday back.
You too.
All I can say now is my house value just tripled. When I add, you can see the stars outside.
True.
The sun in the sky. Airplanes flying over to land at Orlando International.
These are all amenities.
Added bonus, rocket launches.
Very true.
Whenever they happen.
That's a big one.
I love it.
For the space fans.
Have a good rest of the
This
week,
guy
guys.
real estate's.
Yeah,
this guy knows.
He seems to know how to sell stuff a lot better than I could.
By the way, he mentioned the view of planes. I very much enjoy that. I have 2 skylights, and one of them, there's always planes going, I'm right under the route.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a great amenity.
Do you know, could you look at a plane and tell what kind of plane it is?
I can with the app I have.
I can tell what airline it is half the time. But, sometimes I look them up on the app. I see that one's a prop plane. That's we don't see a whole lot of those coming into MCO. Let's see where it came
come
from.
check this out.
The reason I asked you that is because I don't know if you saw there was a flyover at one of the football games this weekend, and because nobody knows about different kinds of military aircraft, everybody thought they just flew a commercial jet over the stadium as the flyover. Because the military aircraft that they flew looked like a Southwest flight or something. It just looked like a regular flight. And they said, well, could they not get the military out here? They just flew like a 727 over the stadium here. Everybody was confused. Nobody knew what the hell it was. Let's do a couple more. Here's Synth Solution talking about that house with 1 million bathrooms.
Hey, junkies, how's it going? I'm just going to go ahead and say you have not seen the use for 18 bathrooms until you've clogged 2 toilets.
Then you only need 4. You only need 3. I mean, my house has got, 3 bathrooms? Plenty. Good to go. Don't need any more. If I had 16, also being in a house, my house already, I have an issue where Courtney and I will talk to each other across the house. And say, what? What are you saying? What? And never can hear each other.
Intercom.
We don't have intercoms. That's from the 80s or something. And I just walk over to her.
It's
and say,
Nextel phones.
What's happening? I'll talk to her in person. Say, what's going on? But if you have a house that's
Lame.
30,000 square feet, you'd be like, where are you? Oh, I'm in the northeast wing of the house right now.
All right, I'll see you in a week, Friday, for dinner.
You have a golf cart to drive around between the wings of your house.
That's what
you'll
dope.
be.
That would be a great amenity.
Let's go over to Marcinator.
Oh my gosh, I'm dying, Sean. I was definitely one of those people that had no idea about this corn play. And when they started talking about how it goes in one way and comes out the same, I thought I was losing my mind. I swear, I was like, what is happening?
What's happening to Broadway?
Right now? So also the other thing that was really funny is one of the balloons that got popped was the Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
That's true.
Balloon.
Yeah.
And so his left arm was popped and his smile naturally, I guess it's part of the book, but it kind of goes to the side. And he was like a stroke balloon in full form.
It was
Anyways,
brutal. They were just limping across the finish line with the cameras on them. Here is Guitar Slinger wants to talk to us.
Well, it wasn't just retail stores that had Black Friday. A couple of the dispensaries did as well.
Oh, do they really do that?
One of the stores was 40% off everything in the store. Tokers unite.
I didn't even think about that, but that makes sense, right? Like, if people buy medical marijuana or whatever kind of recreational marijuana, depending on what the laws are in your state, they do Black Friday sales too. Why not? One more.
Probably call it Green Friday or something.
I wouldn't be surprised.
The phone fixer guys, they call it Crack Friday. It's like $15 off any phone screen, but it's Crack Friday. I was like, it's clever. I'll give you that.
That works. All right, let's get VW Shane's dispatch in.
Good morning, good evening, good night, news junkie and crew. Good to see everyone back. The trio's together again. Sean, if you haven't already, you'll probably see Good Mythical Mornings 2500th episode aired today. And it got me thinking, I think y'all have been doing this for about the same amount of time. How many episodes have you guys done? Where are we at with the number count there? I think they include the days they have off, and they do a repeat. So, best of counts. Just curious. Wiggle, pop, pop.
If best of counts, what do we do? 300 shows a year? Is that too many? I don't know. 250. 250 a year, you'd say?
Ish.
Then we're at least 2,500. And my God, that's a lot of talking.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's 10,000 hours of us talking into microphones. That is a lot. 10,000 hours divided by 24, C-Lane. What do we got? How many days have we been talking for on this show?
You just said 2,500.
No.
10,000 hours. Okay, 10,000.
Beep boop.
416 full days.
Guys, we've been talking into microphones for over a year.
And I don't remember what we talk about.
No, I don't remember
Not
after
one
the
bit.
show's over. We're not holding on to any of this information. What's happening here? We want to hear from you. Get your dispatches in. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and record yours right now. We got the next episode on the way in just a bit. And then there was a story about China and a little bit of deja vu here. A mystery illness that was sending a lot of people to the hospital in China. And this had people a little bit worried for obvious reasons. What's going on? We have some information now, and I'll tell it to you. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you can always text us. Unless you're driving. At 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
What's going on? I hope your Monday is going great so far, and if you're behind the wheel on the major highways and roads of Orlando, some delays and incidents you should know about, including the usual I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535 from after Osceola Parkway, and there is an incident reported also on Boggy Creek Road right now, just south of the Greenway, and on Narcoossee Road near Tavistock Lakes Boulevard on Tyson. Beside that, north and southbound lanes of the Turnpike are clear, as well as the Greenway, and the 408 is incident-free too. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com, and I sell custom blinds designed for do-it-yourselfers. Unlike stock blinds offered at big box retailers, Blindster blinds are custom made for your windows and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
If you are a sports fan and you're not watching the big game over at Primrose Lanes, you are out of your mind. They have a 130-inch 4K video wall and the most comfortable chairs on planet Earth right there in front of it. It's so comfortable. You could get the delicious, delicious food that they serve up over at Primrose Lanes. This is an entertainment complex, fun place for you, your friends, and your family to hang out, have good food, and have some very good times. You got to check out the menu there because the food is so incredible. From the shrimp cocktail, they have oysters there, fresh oysters. And the chicken tendies on the menu, I know it sounds like a kid's thing. It's the best damn thing you've ever had in your life. Their famous house-made hot dog is going to blow your mind. And I'm always talking about that breakfast sandwich. I don't care who you are, you're going to eat this and you're going to fall in love. Of course, you can reserve a lane and bowl with your friends. You can eat, you can drink, you can watch in style. You do all of this at Primrose Lanes. Visit them now and book your lane or just see what's going on their menu at primroselanes.com.
Maybe you've heard about semaglutide, the new FDA-approved drug helping people lose weight like crazy without strict dieting. But here's what you might not know. Red Mountain Weight Loss has full-strength semaglutide in their newest medication called Revelex. It's specially formulated to give you full-strength semaglutide without side effects. So with Revelex, you'll lose up to 15 pounds a month without stomach pain or nausea. And it's not a shot. It's a tablet. So you can skip the weekly trips to the doctor's office. But here's the best part. Revelex costs about half of what you'll pay for other semaglutide medications. That's right. I said half the price. So why go anywhere else? At Red Mountain, you get no shots, no side effects, just results. And for half the price, trust the leader in medical weight loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has helped millions of people lose weight safely, and they can help you too. Just go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
Looking to take your next event to the next level? Party Time Rentals in Apopka serves all Central Florida.
From birthdays to weddings, corporate events to family reunions, Party Time Rentals in Apopka has everything you need to make your event unforgettable.
Our wide selection will make your party planning a breeze.
Our friendly staff is ready to help, ensuring your event goes off without a hitch.
Party Time Rentals in Apopka. Visit us today in Apopka or online at partytimeapopka.com.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we want to share special thank you messages this Veterans Day. And who better to hear them from than your friends and family?
Happy Veterans Day to my husband, Timothy Golden. We are so proud of you.
I'd like to shout out Brendan Barrett, who served as an infantryman in the U.S. Army.
Sending a happy Veterans Day shout out to my amazing husband, Shane Dixon.
And from all of us here, happy Veterans Day. Use hashtag Gratitude Mission to thank a veteran and honor their service. Your service inspires ours. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Making it to Wednesday is a win in itself. And to celebrate, Dunkin' Rewards members get a free donut with drink purchase every Wednesday, now through December. Limit one classic donut per member per Wednesday. Terms and exclusions may apply. Participation may vary. Offer ends 12/27/2023.
iHeartRadio Earth is here with a new way to enjoy our beautiful planet. Reduce your impact on the environment this fall by packing a waste-free lunch for school or work. Avoid foods with excessive packaging. Use reusable cutlery, napkins, cups, bags, and containers, and recycle or compost any waste when possible. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth. Help the planet with a tip from iHeartRadio Earth. Education doesn't just take place in the classroom. There are many ways children of all ages can learn about sustainability and the environment at home. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Earth for a list of resources, activity guides, and toolkits that are educational and fun for the whole family. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth.
Right now, during the Ram Black Friday sales event, get up to 15% below MSRP on select 2023 Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500 models. 10 or 15% below MSRP depending on model. 10% below MSRP eligible trucks include Ram 2500 and 3500. 15% below MSRP eligible trucks include Ram 1500 Bighorn and Laramie and Ram 1500 Classic. Not compatible with lease offers or with any other consumer incentive offers. Residency restrictions apply. Take retail delivery from dealer stock by 11:30. Ram is a registered trademark.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to the threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code CLAY. LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
Hi, I'm Daniel Tosh, host of a new podcast called Tosh Show, brought to you by iHeart Podcasts. I'll be interviewing people that I find interesting, so not celebrities, and certainly not comedians. We'll be covering topics like religion, travel, sports, gambling, but mostly it will be about being a working mother. If you're looking for a podcast that will educate and inspire, or one that will really make you think, this isn't the one for you. Listen to Tosh Show on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Huge Black Friday savings all month long. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Show subscribers, John Shefford, thank you, appreciate you, and Oscar G. You can learn more about the uncensored secret shows over at thenewsjunkie.com. I don't know if you guys saw this weekend, but there was a story about how that Derek Chauvin, the officer who was convicted of murdering George Floyd, he got attacked in prison this weekend.
Knifed, right?
Yeah, pretty bad, I guess. Like, it was a pretty bad attack on him. And his time behind bars is weird because he's such a big target for a bunch of reasons. And so he has to spend a lot of time in solitary confinement, which is no good. And then when they did bring him out, I guess they brought him around some other inmates, and the guy just attacked him, put him in the hospital for a while. This says Derek Chauvin, the former Minneapolis police officer, convicted of murdering George Floyd, was stabbed by another inmate and seriously injured Friday at a federal prison in Arizona. A person familiar with the matter told this to the Associated Press. The attack happened at the Federal Correctional Institution in Tucson, a medium security prison that has been plagued by security lapses and staffing shortages. The person was not authorized to publicly discuss details of the attack, but spoke to the AP on condition of anonymity. So they said at this same facility, there's been other people who have been attacked, prisoners that have been attacked under the, they're supposed to be under the security of the guards and everybody else that is at this place. But it's tough because all it takes is one person to get some sort of shiv or something, make some sort of knife, something to attack people with, and they run over quickly and just start stabbing the hell out of somebody. It just takes a couple of seconds. And Derek Chauvin is down and almost for the count.
How long has he been in jail?
He's been in jail he was sentenced last year.
Okay.
And I think he was in jail before that, like awaiting the trial.
I'm surprised it did not happen sooner. But, I mean, obviously, what you said earlier, he's been in solitary confinement. Does that mean everyone's just been waiting?
Oh,
for
yeah,
an entire
I'm sure.
year for him to come out?
This guy's a huge target in jail. He's serving 22
Even if you're
years.
a cop in jail, you're a huge target. Imagine being that cop.
Look, we all know the people. There's certain kinds of criminals that when they get arrested, they are going to get attacked behind bars. And here's the thing, all right, not for nothing, but if you arrest somebody, if you charge somebody, if you convict somebody and put them into a federal correctional institution, that is how the justice system, generally speaking, is supposed to work. But you're also supposed to keep those people relatively safe behind bars. And if this prison can't do that, that is a problem.
Eisenberg said people were commenting on the on a thread about the story going like, is the knife okay?
But Jesus, man, you're monsters. This guy is probably target number one, I would think. And what's funny was to see people are saying, like, this is just like the Epstein thing. Like, they're trying to get rid of him because, he knows all the secrets. And I'm like, what the hell? How are you tying those two things together? That seems like a little bit of a loose conspiracy.
Because they think that Epstein also got attacked and didn't kill himself.
Right, yeah. But in this case, we just found a little more details out, I guess.
Did you see the other, high-profile case update that was happening over the weekend?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
And everybody was kind of like, how is this news? That Kyle Rittenhouse is broke.
Yeah.
They're like,
and now what? He has a book coming out?
Yeah, he said he wrote a book to correct the narrative and tell his story.
Right.
But it's like he's broke. I think he's 20. He doesn't have a job. What do you think he's broke? Of course he's broke. Well, his attorney said he's broke. Stop paying your attorney.
Wait, they're saying that he's broke. Did he ever make any money?
It said whatever money he did get is gone. Lawyer claims 20-year-old acquitted of fatal shootings is now broke.
I don't know that anybody's going to buy that book. Everybody seems to know the story. I mean, most people have a very wrong version of what they think happened with Kyle Rittenhouse because there's so many bad reports about that. But even if you say his side of the story, most people are over that, I think.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking about that anymore. If you wanted to write a book, you write the book for 2 weeks after the court case ends, and you drop that. You're like, yeah, here's my side of the story. Boom, go get it. Hear what I have to say about this. It's been so long. I don't know that that's going to work for him. Woke up with a lot of different stories that were giving me big-time deja vu. And so as not to make a mistake this go-round, I'm going to take this all very, very carefully because there was many reports about people rushing the hospitals in China once again. And they said that there were a bunch of people who were getting very sick. And we've heard this before. We've played this game before. Wasn't fun last time. The WHO.
It'll never make it over here again.
It's the World Health Organization. This is a rare thing. They said they made an official request to China, the WHO did, for detailed information on an increase in respiratory illnesses and reported clusters of pneumonia in children. They said the Chinese authorities have attributed this increase into the lifting of COVID-19 restrictions. Take that in for a second. They're still lifting COVID restrictions in China. They're still doing that. These people are psychologically tortured now. This is years and years and years. They still have done this. So what's happening is this area where the virus never really had much of a chance to spread. People are getting sick, as is the inevitable, and they're having people who are going to the hospital. They said it's also people with this RSV thing, which is so weird because prior to the pandemic, do you guys ever hear anybody talking about RSV? I don't remember this
Not
before.
all that much, but we're also inundated with all the other terms that were used for COVID-19.
Yeah, and I feel like we just called everything the flu. Like, for instance, Sabrina was just sick, and now you're
City,
back.
man.
And C-Lane goes, "What did you have?" Well, I don't know. How do you know? People get sick, and you don't go get tested for stuff to see exactly what the thing is. You just know you feel like crap.
Yeah, I thought I was dying, and it was clearly very contagious because wherever I got it from, 8 other people at that same thing got it.
Right, but back then we just
you
called
went
it
to
the
a
flu.
COVID spreader party?
It was a flu party. Flu-palooza.
I remember those. They said authorities stress the need for enhanced disease surveillance in healthcare facilities and community settings, as well as strengthening capacity of the health system to manage patients, blah, 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 blah. So a lot of headlines that are going to be scary. Say there's a mystery illness, a mystery virus spreading in China. You're going to see that out there all over the place. It looks like it's just them finally, for these poor Chinese folks, releasing some of these restrictions they've had on them for a very long time. But I don't want to speak too soon, because last time I said, what's going to happen here? We had this 8 million times. There's some sort of virus spreading. Oh, no, it's going to take over the world. And then it never happens. Until it does, though.
Then that one time. You know, you mentioned that we never used to, for the most part, get tested for stuff. Like, we would just be like, you're sick, or you have the flu, or this is what your maybe, symptoms kind of point to.
Maybe strep.
That was the only thing. That was what I was going to bring up. The only thing I remember being tested for as a kid was strep throat, and they said, we're going to have to scratch the back of your throat. And I said, you're going to have to give me something to throw up in.
Get ready. Very, very sensitive. Okay, when we return, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
Sean, I'm so glad you asked. 3, 2. What's coming up on the next episode? An update on the Hall & Oates restraining order, and it turns out it's a bitch, girl. The Prodigy pulls a better late than never, and the only person that seems to benefit from it is their bitch. Plus, there's so much that we share that it's time we're aware it's a new dude on that ride. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
No. Hold on. You guys are fast forwarding. We're at the beach.
Okay.
And Angel and Carlos and we say, Ryan, please put some suntan lotion on my back.
Oh, okay.
Would you rub suntan lotion on our back?
I would. What about my ass? No, that's too far.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today will be right around the 70-degree mark. We start with mostly cloudy skies, but it does turn partly cloudy by later this afternoon. But we are monitoring a big cool down by Tuesday morning. Wake-up temperatures will be in the 40s and 50s. And for your Tuesday, highs only reaching the low 60s. It's all thanks to a front that made its way across the state. So remember to bundle up, Central Florida.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Want to save big on custom faux wood blinds, shutters, cellular shades, and more? Shop Blindster today and save up to 50% over comparable blinds from brick and mortar stores. Get custom blinds at low prices and free shipping at Blindster.com.
Are you dealing with tooth pain? Don't suffer in silence. Advanced Endodontics is here to help. Our expert team offers state-of-the-art care and is dedicated to helping you find relief. We specialize in root canals and have 6 convenient locations throughout Central Florida. We partner with well-known companies who offer great financing options, and you don't need a referral to make an appointment. Visit IneedARootCanal.com today. Don't delay. That's IneedARootCanal.com. and take the pain away.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank. Any member FDIC.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Right now, during the Ram Black Friday sales event, get up to 15% below MSRP on select 2023 Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500 models. 10 or 15% below MSRP depending on model. 10% below MSRP eligible trucks include Ram 2500 and 3500. 15% below MSRP eligible trucks include Ram 1500 Bighorn and Laramie and Ram 1500 Classic. Not compatible with lease offers or with any other consumer incentive offers. Residency restrictions apply. Take retail delivery from dealer stock by 11:30. Ram is a registered trademark.
Boost Infinite's new wireless technology switches between networks, giving you the best service at a lower price. Switch today. Call 855-55-BOOST, visit boostinfinite.com, or go to amazon.com and search for Boost iPhone 15.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else. And we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
The Rolling Stones, the greatest rock and roll band in the world, famous for their police-escorted motorcades that whisk them in and out of their live shows. Now, iHeartRadio gives you a chance to be part of the entourage on the Stones' upcoming tour. You and 3 friends travel via motorcade to the VIP entrance, check out Soundcheck, and see the Rolling Stones live from some of the best seats in the house. Another iHeartRadio once-in-a-lifetime experience. Enter to win by listening to this station on the free iHeartRadio app.
Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This
Things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. And if you miss any of the show today or ever, you can get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. All the links you need are right there, so click subscribe and keep up with us every day. Let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
You gotta lick the cookie. You gotta lick the cookie.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. And of course, wherever you listen to podcasts, or perhaps you're listening live over the weekend. Catch the Home Loans Radio Show. Get the process started of refinancing or buying your first dream home with the man who has your best interest in mind. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote
with thatmortgageguyDon.com. It was 28 years ago, 1995, that this company right here. Hello?
AOL?
That is right. AOL, America Online, decided to purge one word and one word only 28 years ago on this day. Any idea which word it was? I'll tell you.
To purge a word?
They purged the word from the system in order to get rid of the, quote, obscene or vulgar language.
So they made it so you couldn't say this word
Or
on
maybe
America
search
Online. Okay. I mean, the
We
things I'm
could say it
thinking
on the
are-
radio.
Oh, pussy?
No, that's not it.
Sex.
No, it is actually breast.
Breast?
Yeah, it was rid of. 95 angry breast cancer survivors who used AOL did a little bit of a protest, a pro-breast. And a week later, they brought back the word breast. And life is good after that.
Good luck with that. You know how many words there are for breasts? Oh, my God.
Boobs,
It's probably
melons, milkers.
Hooters, honkers.
And then there's that
Jugs.
one word that I'm not allowed to say, but we could say all of those, huh?
The T word's not allowed. Mm.
Also, 10 years ago,
Sweater
if you
meat.
want to feel ill. 10 years ago, Frozen was released. So
Oh, okay.
let's
All right.
feel old. Or let's feel old and look good doing it. She was the talk of the town on Thanksgiving.
Oh, Dolly Parton.
For the halftime show. Did you see this at all?
I did not. I saw I saw the video, but I didn't have the audio on.
You gotta pull up the picture for those watching online right now, because she's got a banging body. That Dolly Parton, 77 years old, same age as Cher, from what I understand.
Mm-hmm.
She went out dressed as a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader.
Oh, okay.
And
There's a
this-
lot of talk about this one.
This was to she just came out with the rock album, so she sang some tidbits from that. Started out, I believe, with 9 to 5, went into Jolene. Maybe it was the other way around. But there was one part that stuck out to me, and I had a hard time even paying attention to the rest of the performance, because as they did the wide shot, you realize that there's a star that she's actually standing in front of, and in the middle of the star is what seems to be an open floor. So I believe she was supposed to pop out of the star and be elevated like the rest of the band was. But
Right.
instead, in the shot, it was like all the stage lights and her kind of just walking around and leaning against the star. So everyone's wondering what happened, but there are no answers
Oh,
yet.
there was like a malfunction. Here she is. And I was going to say that she was probably she's probably all tucked in and pulled together. And then when she unleashes it in the green room, she's going to flop out everywhere. But
nope.
She looks good.
It's all there. I wouldn't look like that wearing that outfit.
She's 77 years old,
Yep.
for God's sake.
She can get it, except she can't get up the star stairs, apparently. She just
Next
walks
time.
back and forth right in between. But a lot of people were talking about that, and congratulations to the Cowboys, of course, who won.
Hell yeah.
45-10, baby.
Woo!
The real winners were those at Disneyland, because apparently we had ourselves a streaker.
Yeah, this was weird.
That video, I think it's riddled with curse words, but maybe see it now. This guy, I didn't see him naked. I thought it was like some boxer briefs.
I saw a photo of him naked that was censored.
Oh, and
with
then
like
he
a
put
smiley.
some shorts on.
No, I think he had the shorts on first when he started crawling around this Small World ride.
And then he
which-
sat in the pool of one part of it.
The juxtaposition of a man out of his mind on drugs, taking off his clothes, wandering amongst the animatronics from It's a Small World is just something else, man.
And to think he was probably in line for like 40 minutes. Did anyone in front or behind him think that guy's going to take off all his clothes on this ride, isn't he?
So weird.
Did he was he the reason for the ride stopping for a bit?
Oh yeah.
Because the person who was posting the pictures of him, and I think I saw the same thing Sean saw, where it was like there was like a thumbs down emoji covering his junk.
Mm-hmm.
But
Tiny thumb.
There was like videos of the people stuck on the ride doing like the wave down the like the cars.
Yeah, they said it paused. It was down for a bit on Sunday, and apparently during that pause, that's when he hopped out of the boat, undressed, started climbing all over the robots and the set pieces. In one video, you can hear somebody yelling at him to stop and get down like he's a child, warning him of the danger that he was dabbling in, and then he just kept on walking around. And then at another point, someone snapped him outside of the ride, and that's when he went full birthday suit. Sources with direct knowledge updated saying that this guest was immediately removed from Disneyland following the incident. In other words, he's long gone, and so was that dong.
I would
lifetime ban, right? You would think?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
without a doubt. I'm surprised he wasn't arrested.
Yeah, I would. He definitely could be, because there's probably a bunch of children that saw that. But I would take that delay on It's a Small World, even with the music on, if they had it on the whole time. I would take that over the picture of the Rip Ride Rocket from over the break.
Oh, man.
What happened?
Where they said people were vertical, like
it was pointed straight up,
pointed straight
before
up.
you go up. So they're like staring into the sky as the Rip Ride Rocket roller coaster is going to take off, and it broke like that. And so for like almost an hour, I think they were stuck in that vertical position.
But you're like laying down, essentially, right? That's better than upside down.
I bet it feels weird, and you're just sitting there.
And you can't really like climb up the emergency ladder and help people out of that.
I don't know what they
right?
did. I don't know. Eventually, they got it loose. Thank God.
Theme parks, huh? Speaking of arrests, we all know that drinking and driving is bad. Except for, I guess, Tiffany Haddish.
Uh-oh.
She got arrested for DUI again and decided to use the same joke about her last DUI again.
You break it back out.
Yeah. In Beverly Hills, around 5:45 a.m., the morning after Thanksgiving, someone called 911 when they saw a car stopped in the middle of the road with the engine running. The cops came and found Tiffany taking a little nappy poo over the wheel.
All right, I might have just missed it there in the details that you just gave. But where was she? Was she outside like a bar? Was she where
It just
was the
says
car?
Beverly Hills.
Okay, because I always look at this, and I know some people disagree with this, but I don't care. If you're outside your home or outside, like if you're outside of a bar, if you're in your car, I don't think you should get a DUI. I know about the whole thing about the keys being in the ignition, blah, 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 blah. But I think that shows a person who has decided not to drive rather than drive. That's my issue with it.
This was not the case. She was stopped in the middle of the road.
Oh, okay.
Like she was
So
mid-drive and then got a little tired and just, hit the brakes and went to sleep.
That's the worst case scenario.
Yeah, there wasn't an accident. She was fine. She had just fallen asleep, was arrested for DUI, cited and released. Now, that night, Tiffany was back on stage doing stand-up when someone in the audience asked her what happened because, of course, it immediately made headlines.
99 cents per... Oops, sorry. I don't know what
99 cents per what?
We'll never know.
She didn't admit to anything. She just joked about praying for God to send her a man with a job, preferably in a uniform, and God answer her prayers because he believes in her.
How many DUIs she got now?
This is her second one. She got one in Georgia not too long ago. I remember us talking about that too. And then someone had called the cops because they saw someone sleeping behind the wheel. Maybe she should hire a driver. And finally, dang, so many things, but only one to get to. This band right here, particularly this song.
Oh, Prodigy.
It is right, and a very...
Smack my bitch up?
That is right, 2 points for you guys. End of the year coming up. And according to reports, the Prodigy has changed the lyrics to Smack My Bitch Up 26 years after the song was released to Smack My Pitch Up.
Oh, my God.
Going to be in the U.S., but just get ready for that lyric change, everybody.
Is it me, or does that make Prodigy look extremely uncool? They're like, you know what? It was wrong to say bitch this whole time.
26 years later, though? I mean, maybe after 10 years, you would think about changing the lyric?
Already made all that sweet Prodigy money off of it.
On the boob tube, by the way, speaking of sweet television, we got football, baby. The Bears and the Vikings. The Voice on NBC. Let's Make a Deal. Primetime. Weakest Link Holiday Special. And Barmageddon on USA. You can catch Jimmy Fallon on Jimmy Kimmel. And you follow your dreams. And me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And most importantly, say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Jimmy Fallon on Jimmy Kimmel?
That's right.
What's happening over there?
I don't know.
What's going on in the world of late night television?
Well, they're promoting their that podcast that they have together.
Yeah, and they're friends.
That probably should just die now that they have jobs to do.
Yeah, the strike is over, for God's sake. And we're waiting for all the new stuff, all the new shows that are going to come out. I did see somebody had posted on Instagram this weekend, and they had signed up for season 2 of Squid Game, The Challenge. And they're like taking signups for potential contestants.
I think I'd do it.
That would be fun.
Where is it filmed, did they say?
I think they're talking about England when they talk about the lawsuits. So it must have been filmed over there somewhere. But that seems like it would be such a fun thing to be a part of.
You wouldn't make it through red light, green light, Sean.
No, actually, I think I might have the best chance at that one. And then the other ones I would be... or
Cookie
the
licking?
second... cookie licking I could do. I could pull that off.
Also, I mean, the amount of saliva that was featured during that segment, especially the guy who was throwing up. I mean, I almost vomited myself.
People are trying to take this and go, well, this shows you that reality shows aren't fun anymore. These people are desperate to pay off their bills
It's
and pay
$5
off
million.
It's a whole bunch of money, number one. And that's the whole point of Squid Game. That's the moral of the story. And people keep missing this. Okay, quick break. When we come back, we'll get to you. And we'll also get to that Hall & Oates story because this is just glorious. Hall is suing Oates. How often does this happen? We'll talk about why this lawsuit is going down. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Sometimes you gotta wear a shirt. Sorry. We don't make the rules. But we do make a pretty sweet t-shirt. Find the official merchandise for your favorite radio station at realradio.fm/store.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
What's going on? I hope the start to your week is going great on this Monday. And right now, if you're behind the wheel on the major highways and roads of Orlando, it seems like a pretty clear traffic flow. Of course, your usual delay on I-4 eastbound that's approaching State Road 535 from just after Osceola Parkway, but westbound is completely clear and we're incident-free east and westbound on the 408 as well. North and southbound lanes of the Turnpike are incident-free and also the Greenway, as well as the 429 toll. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Shopping for new blinds? At Blindster, we offer over 50 different blinds, shades, and shutters at low prices, custom made for your windows, and shipping is free. Shop at home and order 10 free samples of any product before you buy. Blindster.com.
Guys, are you tired of being tired? Frustrated because it seems impossible to lose belly fat? If you're looking for a solution, then listen to Mark.
I had fantastic results with the Andro 400 Max. Probably lost 35 pounds, and more impressive than that was the inches I lost off of my belly and my waist. And the increased energy is fantastic. I'll be totally honest, I tried a different product, and I wasn't happy with the different product. You guys are considerably cheaper than the other brand, and I can really feel the difference.
Andro 400 Max, the extra strength, all natural testosterone booster. The safe, easy, and affordable way to gain energy and lose stubborn belly fat. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. Feel and look like a new man. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. SolarSource, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
Switch to Verizon and you'll save.
Get in the holiday spirit, Orlando. Verizon has an extra gift for your family this season.
You can save a lot.
Get $800 in Verizon gift cards when you switch your family of 4 and get 4 new phones on us with Select Trade-In and Unlimited Ultimate.
Great deals from Verizon. Great deals from Verizon.
There's never been a better time to switch, but this offer won't last forever, so hurry in. Switch to the network America relies on. Get $800 in gift cards and get new phones for the whole family on us with Select Trade-In and Unlimited Ultimate. Visit your local Verizon store today. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line on Unlimited Ultimate plan required per phone. $200 Verizon e-gift card with port in per line. Less $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Promo credit ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. 0% APR.
Attention business owners, this is John Souza, CEO of ERTC.com. The Employee Retention Tax Credit Program provides up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. If you're confused about the ERTC program, stop right now. Don't fall for false promises. The bottom line, there is no such thing as guaranteed eligibility. Being innovative with taxes can lead to an audit. All ERTC companies are not the same. The easiest way to know if a company is non-compliant is to ask one simple question. Is the CPA working on my file a W-2 employee of your company? If not, stop right now. Contact ERTC.com. IRS compliance is not an option. At ERTC.com, everything is done in-house by expert CPAs, and there's no cost to get started.
Get your free refund information now. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. That's 800-200-3122.
The annoying runny nose, the constant sneezing, the itchiness, and battle just to catch your breath. If you suffer from seasonal allergies, sinusitis, or nagging sinus congestion, there's a natural, easy-to-use solution that can help provide fast, drug-free relief. It's called Navage, and it uses powered suction to rinse your nasal passages in seconds. Millions of people use Navage daily to help provide relief from seasonal allergies and sinus congestion. Medications treat the symptoms, but Navage treats the problem at the source, flushing out the allergens and pollen trapped in your nose. Navage also helps wash out airborne bacteria, dust, dirt, and viruses quickly and painlessly so you can get back to breathing clearly again. Say goodbye to sinus suffering and hello to better breathing with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage. N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose. Healthy life.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. The holidays are here. Thanksgiving and Christmas are among us, and don't you want to be around for as many of those as you can possibly be around for? Of course you do, and that's why Life Imaging FLA is so important. You know, with Life Imaging FLA and their free heart scan, you can really find out what's happening in your body and head off those diseases at the pass. That's right. Get that scan, take it to your primary care doctor, and then build that long-term health care plan that you've been waiting to build. And remember, these are some pretty treacherous times of year for cardiac death. Believe it or not, Christmas Day is the #1 day, and the day after is #2. New Year's Day, that's #3. You get the idea. Make sure you have the information to take care of those issues in your body now. And with Life Imaging FLA and their free heart scan, just a few minimum requirements, by the way. It is a $699 value. You can know. Just pick up your cell phone and dial pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. You will be connected in seconds. Make that call today. Make this the day you take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to Mills Air
Care.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This
moment. Plus, Hall is suing Oates. We'll look into the lawsuit itself momentarily, but we have to talk about this woman who got in some trouble. This is new body cam footage that's been released of her incident, and it's something else. Christina Revels Glick is her name. That's the woman you're going to be hearing from. And Christina was
related to Jiminy Glick?
I'm not sure. We could check that. We'll put the fact-checking team on that.
Hadn't heard that name in a while, have you, Sabrina?
Yeah, that was a throwback for sure, man.
So she's on the beach, Christina is. She was 34th time this took place. She was in Georgia on a place called Tybee Island Beach.
Yeah,
Right,
it's kind of by Savannah-ish.
Okay, all right, so right around there. Just trying to enjoy herself. And the problem is she was trying to enjoy herself a little bit too much. This is up on See It Now over on the newsjunkie.com if you want to take a look. But here's the body cam.
There was nobody. I was just sitting on my town. Nobody was around me.
Okay, and you were over at the beach?
Like I was near the water.
Near the water?
Yeah. Okay. What did I do? What did I do?
So apparently you were masturbating on the beach.
Oh my God.
So the cop said...
She had no words, mind you.
So the cop is there because there were reports that she was masturbating on the beach. And so the cop
Since when
said...
is that illegal?
Apparently you were masturbating on the beach. And now we're going to go a little more in depth.
Yeah. Okay. What did I do? What did I do?
So apparently you were masturbating on the beach.
Who saw that?
Who saw that?
No, they didn't. That's not true.
Why would they call us?
Nobody was around. It was an anonymous call. Is this one of my buddies? Okay, one of my buddies.
No, it's not
one of her buddies.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means. Is this one of my buddies?
Yeah,
is this one of my buddies?
Sweet prank.
Is she pulling on a Budweiser there? Is it a beer that she's drinking on?
It is, but heavy. One of the aluminum style cans.
Yeah, so she's got one of those on the
Safe
beach.
for the beach.
Yeah, it's better, so you don't have the glass on there. But she's in trouble for the other stuff. Not this, not the drinking.
Okay, look, let me show you what I did.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there anything in the bag?
No.
Is it all right if I look through it? I mean, if you can open it and can I see the contents inside the bag?
Yes.
All right, let's look at the backpack.
I don't really understand what y'all...
We're just here because someone called and they're very concerned. Okay.
This is really highly offensive to me.
I got it.
This is offensive. You know, this is highly offensive to me.
Who's that? Is that my buddy? Is that my buddy who's saying something about it?
We discover a little something in this backpack, I believe, in just a moment here.
It's my vibrator, but I just put it in my... I was sitting on the beach.
My God.
And I just... Okay, do I get a ticket?
So you did have a vibrator.
Listen, I was sitting on the water like this, and I just put it in there, and it was covered up, and I just had an orgasm. I'm sorry, I was stressed out.
Sorry, big whoop. I just enjoy my Thanksgiving break.
I thought this was America. You know, I was stressed out.
I love that she brought the vibrator as well.
Yeah.
Like, that's premeditated masturbation, if you ask me.
She does a demonstration in front of these cops.
I was just sitting there. The water came up, and I just had it, and it was sitting there, and I had an orgasm. So,
Come on, what's the big deal? What am I?
Since
buddy
when
call?
is that illegal? What's going on here? Let me go back there.
Okay, do I get a ticket?
So you did have a vibrator.
Listen, I was sitting on the water like this, and I just put it in there, and it was covered up, and I just had an orgasm. I'm sorry, I was stressed out.
Stressed.
Is that-
Okay, just hang tight for me.
I'm sorry, nobody saw me. I was in the water. Okay, so what? This is anonymous customer.
I mean, if nobody saw it, then they wouldn't have called, right?
They're cuffing her.
Please, don't do this to me. Are you serious?
They're hauling her
Family
off.
saw it, they had kids.
What? There
That's why
was
they
nobody around me.
So
And off she goes. The handcuffs.
Exhibit A's.
My God. I didn't know that was a thing, but she said she was just a little stressed out. So
how
she
can you
wanted
be
to-
stressed out on Tybee Island? I don't get that part.
Yeah, it seems like a nice enough place, right?
Oh, God, but the sand everywhere.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
thank you.
And they got a couple of laws there, I guess. You can see the video over at thenewsjunkie.com in the See It Now section. But Hall is suing Oates. It's a weird time to be in that band. Only weirder band to be in right now is, oh, man. Is it Jamestown Massacre? Is that the name of the band? Or Jonestown Massacre?
I want to say Jonestown.
Okay, Jonestown Massacre. If you didn't see this weekend, this is a popular band, and they were playing in Australia, I believe.
Oh, the Brian Jonestown Massacre.
Yeah, the Brian's Jones. Yes, that's what it is. The Brian Jonestown Massacre. That's the name of the band, and they were playing in front of a packed house in Melbourne, Australia, and the group started fighting with each other.
Oh, no.
They started punching each other. And they cut off somebody's microphone. They said, get the F off the stage. And then I guess eventually they said, we're canceling the whole tour and shut the entire tour down. And it would just turn into a mess. So it's not just Hall & Oates, but Hall & Oates perhaps more well-known than those folks. It says, Daryl Hall is now suing John Oates. I thought they were buddies.
Yeah.
Wasn't there?
Thought they were best friends.
Was there a restraining order involved too?
Yeah, there's a restraining order too.
The first bit of news that came around was like, wait, what? How could you take the two? I mean, this duo that's been known for decades and think one of them is like, you better stay 100 feet away from me.
Yeah, I did not know that they were at odds with one another, but I guess they are, and they've been going back and forth legally for a little while. It says, despite their awesome combined power, 8 platinum records, 6 number 1 hits, and they're not around each other all that much.
They talk about each other in weird ways. Like, they don't.
Like how?
There's been some interviews where it's like, all right, so are you guys partners? And no. I mean, they won't call themselves a band. It was never supposed to be Hall & Oates. It's always Daryl Hall and John Oates.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
but they perform together all the time.
Yeah, but they pretend that they're not like they didn't want to be a duo. I think they were like.
Didn't you guys see them perform together one time?
Bunch of times.
I've seen them, like 3 times already.
And do
they
they
were
at
together.
least look like they're friends when they're on stage with each other?
No clue.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I mean, it's like a lot of people on stage, but they're both up front. They're both singing together. Now, I from what I understand, these unsealed records are showing that I guess Oates was performing some solo shows in which he sang songs in which Daryl Hall is credited for writing. And the ground rules of who can sing what as a solo artist, along with the money issues, is, of course, what this is all the legal battle is pertaining to.
Yes, this says a Nashville Chancery Court judge issued the temporary restraining order on November 16th, writing that Oates and others involved in his trust can't move to close the sale of their share of Whole Oats Enterprises LLP to Primary Wave IP Investment Management. Primary Wave is that company that's been buying up everybody's catalogs of music.
So one person wants to sell, the other one doesn't.
Yep. It said until an arbitrator in a separately filed case weighs in on the deal or until the judge's order expires. Although the publicly released version of the lawsuit didn't specify what's at stake in the sale, Primary Wave has already owned, quote, significant interest in Hall & Oates' song catalog for more than 15 years. So that it could be what's going on here.
Like, couldn't one of them just sell their half of some of the songs?
Who knows
The
how they have
Primary
it
Wave?
split up. Yeah. It says, I think it says terms of the sale weren't disclosed, blah, blah, blah. Primary Wave was likely acquiring more than 50% interest in their catalog at a price tag between $25 and $50 million.
Damn.
And then Hall, after they sold that portion of it, advised artists to think twice about selling their back catalogs. He said, in the early days, it got sold off for me and I didn't get the money. I have a bit of my publishing, but a lot of bad business was done in the early days. I'm a real rock and roll story when it comes to that thing.
Yeah, everybody
They
got
also
screwed.
Love money. They love money. Like last time we talked about them involving the courts, it was 2015, And both of them teamed up. They were working together this time to sue a Brooklyn-based food company that had a granola snack called Hall & Oates.
Okay.
And now that company doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, they squashed them. They got them. The next court date is on November 30th. So the battle, Hall versus Oates, will roll on.
I like
and
how
we'll see who wins.
They made that lawsuit even though they never officially went by Hall & Oates.
Mm-hmm.
But it says before the restraining order, comments by Hall and Oates over the past year suggested simmering tension between the duo. They last performed together in September of 2022. Hall appeared on Bill Maher's podcast the same month, and he referred to Oates. He said, "John and I are brothers, but we are not creative brothers. We are business partners. We've made records called Hall & Oates together," which is wrong, "but we've always been very separate, and that's a really important thing for me." It doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, I can see what he's saying. I had always heard this story, and I don't know if it's true or not, but everybody talks about it, and I've done it in Today I Learned many times, that Hall & Oates met during a shootout. Like, there was a shootout going on. Like, people are firing at each other, and Hall & Oates were like...
Oh, I have heard that story,
cowering
too.
together.
It was like... and then something about gun laws after that involved them too, because they were both like, we almost died, so let's change the laws and make some music, man.
Yeah, it just seems weird, but I guess it's true.
They were attending a band competition when gunfire erupted between two rival gangs. In an escape attempt, they ran to the same service elevator, and they discovered there that they were interested in the same music and both attended Temple University. So they started spending time together and eventually shared apartments. And one of the apartments they shared had Hall & Oates on the mailbox, which became their nickname.
Oh.
You know what? You know what the weirdest thing in the world is? I picture all of their songs coming about organically in conversations between the two of them. Like one of them's going, "What do you want to do this? No, I can't go for that. No can do." And then they just pull out a guitar.
Man.
Let's do it. And she's a rich girl. And then they just write
but
a
she's
song.
Kind of a bitch too.
And then bam, this is a song. Let's do this right now. I'm sure
it's like, does that make sense to you, or does it sound a little out of touch?
Hey, another one.
Do it. Grab the guitar. Let's go. Whenever I hear that, that's what I picture. But I'm sure it happened in a much more business-like way. Let's work in a couple of dispatches while we have some time to do so. Let's hear from our friend Eddie, who has a dispatch about the Beaver Moon. This might be for you, C-Lane.
Hey, guys. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving.
You too.
Chris, I was just wondering what your opinion was on this Beaver Moon. Thank you.
Is that a thing? The Beaver Moon is coming up, C-Lane?
Oh,
Never heard of it.
I've heard of it.
Beaver Moon. You've
Huge
heard of it? It is real. Yeah, the Beaver Moon is a real thing. It's going to be shining tonight, so get your eyes on that Beaver Moon. It's going to be following the Beaver Moon. The illuminated face of the moon will start to recede, which astronomers call waning, I think.
Yes.
What makes
does it
it
have
special?
to do with beavers?
I don't know. According to Farmer's Almanac, the name for November's full moon, the Beaver Moon, arises from the fact that these animals have gathered sufficient food stores and will begin to take shelter in their lodges at this time of year.
That's a stretch.
So all the beavers got their supplies ready to go, and they're ready to hide out for the winter, one would think. Okay, a couple more. Here is I'm a PC who's joining us.
So Rip Ride Rocket, that is the probably worst part to get stuck on, other than being upside down, because I think at some point you'd be able to wiggle it back and forth to get out of that loop, hopefully. But Rip Ride Rocket is like one of my hard no-goes because I slipped back about 1/4 of an inch when I was going straight up on it, and I kind of had a panic attack, and I think I might have fainted during the ride because I don't remember part of it. So that's my hard no for Universal.
I have done that before. Look, I do this to myself. I fight myself in my brain all day long, every day. And I was on the Harry Potter ride one time, and my harness moved a little bit, and I was sure that I wasn't properly restrained in the harness. And so the whole time I'm like holding on for dear life, thinking I'm just going to flop out of this ride, and I'll be the guy on the news that, fell into the Harry Potter ride.
Yeah, the only time I felt like a harness moved, it's just gotten tighter on me, and then for the rest of the ride, it's harder for me to breathe.
Yeah, I can't breathe at all.
Yeah, that's not fun. But I'll tell you, it's a TV trope, a movie trope, but it's the real deal. When you get older, those roller coasters and rides like that are a hell of a lot more hard on your body.
Yeah, remember I got told a couple years ago I can't be on roller coasters anymore.
Oh, that's right.
And then in line, I'm like, am I going to take this risk now that I'm injured and told by a doctor not to do it? Or can I wear a neck brace and be that nerd?
That's neither one of those are great options, honestly. Here's Guitar Slinger talking about Small World.
I got to give props to the naked streaker running around with his dangler hanging out. In the meantime, It's a Small World is playing. That took a lot of nerve.
Yeah, that guy must have been so high. Just next level high. You're up there.
I feel like we've all been there and have not taken off all our clothes and ran around a theme park.
No, he was on something severe. He was really, really high. And I wonder what village he was in. Like, what area was he in?
It's a Small World? Isn't that like just straight up old school Disney?
No, you know how you go around and it's like, now the Chinese kids are going to sing it. You know?
Oh, yeah.
And now you're in like Scandinavia, and each area is like a little different. Now here's the little Africans kids singing the Small World song. I don't know which part of the ride he was in when that happened, but he was wandering over by the big animatronics and like stomping stuff, kind of, which that ride's old. You don't want them screwing with stuff. Tater Hog needs your help, Sabrina. That's what Tater Hog says right here.
What up, junkies? Welcome back to the work week. So, Sabrina, can you please help? I sent to the dispatch last week, and they had no idea what I was talking about. I believe it was C-Lane and Sean. Maybe it was Josh and Sean. I don't know. Sean had no idea. The guy that found the missing military jet in his backyard saw it crash, and he did the reenactment of what it sounded like.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you saved that voice clip because a lot of people dubbed it over as remixes to different songs.
I don't remember that.
Play that clip for Sean.
You don't remember that?
Talking about.
No.
Thanks. Love you guys. Wiggle, wiggle, pop.
I remember what he's talking about today, but however he described it when last week when he wanted to hear it, or I don't know if that was a request or whatever he brought up, the way he described it last week, I didn't know what he was talking about. But I know what that is.
Yeah.
I don't remember the story.
You know, it was this older black guy, he had overalls on.
Oh, yeah.
And then when the plane crashed, this is the noise he made.
Yeah,
and then I remixed it into Get Up Off of That Thing.
Oh, I like him.
I can't find it right now. Damn it.
All right, quick break. When we come back, we have so much to get into. Now, there were a whole bunch of celebrities, huge names that all at once, Jamie Foxx, Axl Rose, Diddy, all these different people all at once got hit with sexual assault suits. Why did that all happen at the same time? There's a very interesting reason for it. We'll tell you what's going on. This coming up next on the News Junkie.
Check out our new Threads at Real Radio 1041 on Threads. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
What's going on? I hope the start to your week is going great on this Monday. And right now, if you're behind the wheel on the major highways and roads of Orlando, it seems like a pretty clear traffic flow. Of course, your usual delay on I-4 eastbound that's approaching State Road 535 from just after Osceola Parkway, but westbound is completely clear and we're incident-free east and westbound on the 408 as well. North and southbound lanes of the Turnpike are incident-free and also the Greenway, as well as the 429 toll. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Shop unbeatable deals during Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale. Tuesday is your last chance to save up to 60% on top brands. Plus, with the low price guarantee, if you see a better price, Mattress Firm will match it. This Black Friday, better sleep is a sure bet. Don't miss out.
And don't miss the boat. You can compare your quote today by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com. That Mortgage Guy Don, president of Happy Home Mortgage Brokerage and host of the Home Loans Radio Show, he is here for you, my friends. Over 250 5-star Google reviews and 1,100 reviews at Experience.com. It's very safe to say that Don knows what he's doing, and I can say with full confidence that he's looking out for you. He has your best interest in mind, and that's very important considering that chances are very high that you're leaving money on the table. So let that Mortgage Guy Don help you get the money off the table and back in your hands where it belongs. Get a free fast quote review at thatmortgageguyDon.com. Hit the compare button, and Don will review your quote today. If you want to see a difference, go to the website. Apply now and get a quote, or get a free analysis of your existing quote. Plain and simple. No spam, no hassle, just peace of mind.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
There's nothing I love more than to buy a 5-year, 10-year, 15-year-old car with great miles and great condition, especially the kind that you might have inherited from a loved one. My name's John Clay Wolf, CEO of America's Best Car Buyer. GiveMeTheVIN.com. You can go to GiveMeTheVIN.com, put in your license plate number, bada bing, bada boom, get a number quickly and at the top of the market. We love to buy cars.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVIN.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Making it to Wednesday is a win in itself, and Dunkin' thinks you deserve a reward. That's why every Wednesday, now through December, Dunkin' Rewards members get a free donut with drink purchase. So whether you like your midweek pick-me-ups oozing with chocolate or filled with jelly, it's on us, because you deserve it. Save time and order ahead on the app with Dunkin' Rewards. Not a member? Join today. America runs on Dunkin'. Limit 1 classic donut per member per Wednesday. Terms and exclusions may apply. Participation may vary. Offer ends 12/27/2023.
Maybe you've heard about semaglutide, the new FDA-approved drug helping people lose weight like crazy without strict dieting. But here's what you might not know. Red Mountain Weight Loss has full-strength semaglutide in their newest medication called Revelex. It's specially formulated to give you full-strength semaglutide without side effects. So with Revelex, you'll lose up to 15 pounds a month without stomach pain or nausea. And it's not a shot, it's a tablet. So you can skip the weekly trips to the doctor's office. But here's the best part. Revelex costs about half of what you'll pay for other semaglutide medications. That's right. I said half the price. So why go anywhere else? At Red Mountain, you get no shots, no side effects, just results. And for half the price, trust the leader in medical weight loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has helped millions of people lose weight safely, and they can help you too. Just go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Alliant Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 12-month terms and only $1,000 minimum. And the happiest part? Alliant certificates yield 5.25% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
Attention business owners, this is John Souza, CEO of ERTC.com. The Employee Retention Tax Credit Program provides up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. If you're confused about the ERTC program, stop right now. Don't fall for false promises. The bottom line, there is no such thing as guaranteed eligibility. Being innovative with taxes can lead to an audit. All ERTC companies are not the same. The easiest way to know if a company is non-compliant is to ask one simple question. Is the CPA working on my file a W-2 employee of your company? If not, stop right now. Contact ERTC.com. IRS compliance is not an option. At ERTC.com, everything is done in-house by expert CPAs, and there's no cost to get started.
Get your free refund information now. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. That's 800-200-3122.
If you order food for work, you know the drill. It's a whole bunch of needs and requests piled on top of each other. Make sure the food's on time and on budget. Make sure everyone's dietary needs are taken care of. Make sure everyone's happy. And that's why you should make sure you use ezCater. It's one simple, reliable platform for all your food for work needs. Need to make sure food for work actually works? Simple. Make sure it's ezCater. 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Order 24/7 at ezCater.com.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Open the app and click on the holiday banner or search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus stations playing all kinds of holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, R&B, tons of playlists, even podcasts. Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Join the millions of listeners on the iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock. This is
Thanksgiving, because I love the wholesomeness of watching a damn dog show. And the guy who we talked about from Seinfeld, who does the commentating during the dog shows, just fantastic, just the best. But watching the dog show on Thanksgiving, I was looking at some animals that I had never seen before in my life. And there was a couple of these dogs that came out. I go, I've never heard of that, never seen that. And that thing is crazy. One of the ones that won, and it won in the hound category. And maybe everybody else has heard of this but me, but it's an African dog, and it's called the Azawak or something like that. Azawak.
Bless you.
And the weirdest thing about this dog, it's the only dog, I try to grab this as I'm saying it because it's a little confusing. It's the only dog that is taller than it is long. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I mean,
like
now
a giraffe.
I want to see it.
Like it has very long legs.
It has very, very long legs, and it's taller than it is long. And it's the only dog like that. And when this thing was walking around out there, I go, that is so strange looking. I've never seen this dog before. I've got a photo of one of them in front of me for the folks on the stream on YouTube.
Whoa.
Isn't that strange looking? It's so tall. It's really, really cool, actually.
Yeah, but I get like a greyhound vibe from that.
It's like
are those longer legs than a greyhound?
Yeah, definitely. Oh. This thing stands very, very tall. And
it looks like a greyhound, but with Inspector Gadget legs. That just went
go dog legs.
Watching those shows, you realize how many damn breeds there are, because they bring the contestants out and they're like, this one. They're saying all the names, and I don't even understand some of the words that they're saying. But they have so many different breeds that they go through. And I'm always rooting for the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. They never win.
How'd the Yorkies do?
Yorkies, I don't know if they made it into because you have your winner of your breed of dog, and then you have the best in show, which is the one that wins like the whole thing. And this guy didn't win that, but he won the category that he was in, hounds. The Azawak, if you want to look that up, it's Azawakh, and they're so interesting looking.
And now they're very expensive.
Oh, they probably are. I mean, I heard somebody saying, they said most of the competitors that you see in these dog shows are males. And
so they can sell the sperm.
I was like, why would that be? And they said, well, here's what they do. If it's a female that's a competitor in the dog shows, they'll do it one or two times, and then they just breed that female. And so on and on it goes, and they make money, and they just print money with these dogs, as people will pay an arm and a leg and then some to get them. Before we get it, we got jury duty coming up. Maybe that's where I'll do this celebrity thing where all these celebrities got hit with these sex abuse or harassment charges in civil court all at once. But, Celine, I know that in your household, it's a very Christmassy household.
Yes, it is.
Christmas tree's going up right now at the house here as we speak.
Put mine up over the weekend.
And we're all ready to go for Christmas. But at Celine's house, it's a big Christmas spot.
It's been Christmas at my house for weeks.
Before Thanksgiving, like way before.
And are you already taking to watching all of the Christmas movies that you tend to watch with your wife?
Not yet. I think she's said that there are a couple on the docket that she wants to watch, but she hasn't. She needs to break away from her new obsession, which is just binge watching all of Southern Charm.
Oh,
And
good show, good show.
my gosh. Yeah, that was one I had never heard of, didn't know what the premise was, but this has been like her maternity leave show. And I just come home and you've been episode after episode of Southern Charm. And now I'm like hanging my head in shame because I know all these people's names. Although, do you know what it is, Sean? Like
just from the name, I'm guessing it's like a cowboy housewives show.
No, it's like it would be like
North
Jersey
Carolina.
Shore, but
Yeah.
Charleston, South Carolina.
Okay.
And
All
so,
right.
and that like it's hard to keep them all straight because all the guys have girl names, all the girls have guy names. It's like like Landon and Whitney is not which one
And
you
they're
would
all
think is which.
filthy rich.
Oh yeah, the one lady has the butler, and she's kind of a weirdo. I don't know. So, long story short, I have not been subjected to very many of like the Hallmark Christmas movies, but it's on the way.
Well, I got one for you, and it's on Netflix, and it's called Best Christmas Ever, like best period Christmas period ever !
Okay.
And it's got a bunch of celebrities in it, a lot of big names. Got your Heather Graham up in there. Heard of her, right?
Yeah.
Jason Biggs, he's in this movie. There's several big names.
I think we watched the trailer for it.
Okay, I can't wait until you watch the whole thing because people are saying this is the worst movie of all time.
Oh,
like
come on.
literally the worst movie that's ever been making.
They not see Gotti?
They said Netflix has dropped a star-studded new title in time for the festive season, but it hasn't quite hit the mark as it's been branded the worst movie of all time. They said we want
Not even
festive
worst
cheer.
Christmas movie, just
No.
any genre.
Just flat out. They said Best Christmas Ever arrived on the streaming service earlier this month with the story of two longtime frenemies who are reunited over Christmas. But when Charlotte lands on Jackie's snowy doorstep just days before Christmas, she seizes the opportunity to prove her old friend's life can't possibly be that perfect. Well, that doesn't sound that bad. They said, on a scale of 1 to 10, the new Netflix movie Best Christmas Ever is the worst movie of all time. Somebody said, I am not grateful for this movie. Who greenlit this movie? Is this person still employed? It's the most unhinged movie I've ever watched in my life, says another critic online. So check that one out if you want to see the wheels fall off of a movie.
I mean, I think we kind of agreed that we watched the trailer and it was like, oh, that's the whole movie. We pretty much know what the whole movie is going to be right now.
I hate that. I hate that they keep doing this.
I think I think
same.
Ashley even said it reminded me of Sean because Sean was just bitching about this.
Well, everything's the same. You sent a Instagram story today, and it had this guy. I don't know if I could play it or not, but it had this guy saying what every movie trailer is like, and he's playing.
No, you can play
music.
that. Yeah, it's the guy's own. He's just playing on his piano.
He's playing the music on his piano, and he's like, "This is what every single movie is right now." And he's exactly right. Like it's so predictable how every trailer is. I'm bringing it up.
For this part though, he's talking about the way they do the music for a trailer when they're rebooting something. They're like, oh, if you want to like get people suckered into watching your reboot, all you got to do is like slow down the theme song to the movie and make it dramatic.
Yeah, here he is right here.
Suddenly just become this.
No, that.
C-Lane. He said there was no problem.
I don't think he curses again, though. I think we're good now.
Let's not play that
Play
game.
that game, dude.
This is going to be.
Throw it up on 10 now and let everyone else with the
All
down
right.
button.
I'll put it on 10 now.
I
It's just
want to palp this morning.
a dramatic version of every song you do, like the Star Wars song or Indiana Jones. And he's exactly right. All these movie trailers are like that.
I want to go type an email, you guys, because I went with C-Lane's word that it was going to be fine.
I shouldn't have trusted him, but there you are. But they're all like this, all these stupid trailers. And then there's some where nothing happens. Like there's a new, I don't know if it's Blumhouse or A24 movie about this girl who goes swimming in the pool with some guy, and they're playing Marco Polo. And then something bad happens, a monster or some scary thing. And the whole trailer is like, you get the vibe that this entire movie was shot in one pool. Just one location, couple of angles.
Would make sense.
Drama.
Multiple pools that look the same?
No. I would hope there'd be more to the movie than just one scene at a pool.
Oh, got it.
But we've seen this before. You know, there's movies where they're like lost at sea, and the whole movie is shot with them in the water in this one spot. There's no other locations where anything happens.
Seems like very low overhead. to get the movie to get it all shot.
Yeah. It's very much cheap.
I did start watching, I think it's Hulu, the Murder Across the World.
Mm-hmm.
And that one I think you guys are going to enjoy.
What is it, a movie or a TV show?
It's a TV show, but it's every week is one episode. So I think right now it's the third episode is out.
Is it like murder mystery?
Murder mystery, but with like very high tech technology. It's beautiful. There's this backstory, and then people and it's murder.
I love murder mystery. I'm into it. What's it called again?
Murder Across the World.
Okay,
Something
I'll
along
check
those
that out.
lines. Yeah, and don't even look at the trailer because it tells you nothing.
I'll put the guy who had the movie trailer music thing that we could not play because there were some F words in it. I'll put that up on See It Now, and we'll be back in a moment with Jury Duty and why all those celebrities were sued for sexual assault at the same time. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Find us on Threads at Real Radio 1041, powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy, 3-time Pro Bowler. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Jalen Hurts and the Eagles' big overtime win over the Bills showed why they're kings of the NFC. Don't look at the box score. It doesn't tell the story. Hurts is great when they're ahead, even better when playing from behind, like an ace pitcher in baseball. The Eagles have so many different ways to get you out, to beat you, and now they're streaking toward another deep playoff run and probably a Super Bowl. I'm Colin Cowherd.
The Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration is here with incredible offers on exceptional vehicles you're bound to love, like the EQB C-Class or the EQE SUV. Find an exclusive offer on a vehicle you'll adore now through January 2nd. Learn more at MBUSA.com/special offers.
Hey, big shout out and congratulations to Mike out of Claremont. He listens to the show. He was ready to upgrade his driving situation. He went over to Nation's Trucks over the weekend and he left in his very own 2022 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4x4. And you, my friends, you could be next. Start driving the truck that you deserve today. Ford, Chevy, Ram, GMC, Nation's Trucks has got them all. And with approved credit, you don't make any payments for 3 months. And they got a lot of specials going on right now. So check out their website, nationstrucks.com. Get on there, see all their Black Friday specials going on now through the end of the month, or just go down and see them in Sanford on 1792, 1 mile south of Lake Murray Boulevard. Let them know C-Lane from the News Junkie sent you.
Switch to Verizon and you'll save.
Get in the holiday spirit, Orlando. Verizon has an extra gift for your family this season.
You can save a lot.
Get $800 in Verizon gift cards when you switch your family of 4 and get 4 new phones on us with Select Trade-In and Unlimited Ultimate.
Great deals from Verizon. Great deals from Verizon.
There's never been a better time to switch, but this offer won't last forever, so hurry in. Switch to the network America relies on. Get $800 in gift cards and get new phones for the whole family on us with Select Trade-In and Unlimited Ultimate. Visit your local Verizon store today. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line on Unlimited Ultimate plan required per phone. $200 Verizon e-gift card with port in per line. Less $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Promo credit ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. 0% APR.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Help the planet with a tip from iHeartRadio Earth. Education doesn't just take place in the classroom. There are many ways children of all ages can learn about sustainability and the environment at home. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Earth for a list of resources, activity guides, and toolkits that are educational and fun for the whole family. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living, or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth. iHeartRadio Earth is here with a new way to enjoy our beautiful planet. Reduce your impact on the environment this fall by packing a waste-free lunch for school or work. Avoid foods with excessive packaging. Use reusable cutlery, napkins, cups, bags, and containers, and recycle or compost any waste when possible. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living, or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth.
Looking to switch your phone service? Well, what if there was a carrier that wasn't just another phone company? One that's brand new, built with technology for the next 50 years, not the last 50. Now there's Boost Infinite Wireless, the only carrier that switches between its own network and the other top 2 networks to find the best quality calls and data for you, anywhere, anytime. And now you can get a low-priced, unlimited wireless plan that gives you a new iPhone every year. Its power of new technology gives you better service at lower prices. Switch today. Boost Infinite Wireless. Call 855-55-BOOST. That's 1-855-55-BOOST. Or visit boostinfinite.com. That's boostinfinite.com. Or go to amazon.com and search for Boost iPhone 15 today. See boostinfinite.com for terms and conditions.
iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Just open the app and search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus all kinds of other holiday stations, playlists, and podcasts. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
If you order food for work, you know the drill. It's a whole bunch of needs and requests piled on top of each other. Make sure the food's on time and on budget. Make sure everyone's dietary needs are taken care of. Make sure everyone's happy. And that's why you should make sure you use ezCater. It's one simple, reliable platform for all your food for work needs. Need to make sure food for work actually works? Simple. Make sure it's ezCater. 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Order 24/7 at ezCater.com.
The holidays are back, and you know what else is back? Wendy's Peppermint Frosty. So take some time for yourself with this cold and creamy treat this year. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Peppermint Frosty. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Vanilla Frosty is temporarily unavailable.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Radio.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos.
Out there?
Why is the Vanilla Frosty unavailable?
They just randomly put that in the end of a commercial. They list off all these things. And
You know how
they
many
go,
people
"Vanilla,
simultaneously just went, what? What do you mean?
The commercial goes, you get strawberry chocolate, and then it says vanilla smoothie or whatever it was is not currently available. And you know, why?
It's a national ad. Not anywhere in the damn world.
Are we out of vanilla? Is there a vanilla shortage? I didn't hear about this.
There's
if that's the
definitely
case.
not. I mean, I've seen plenty of other vanilla things being served up.
Someone
very
call
strange.
Wendy's right now and ask.
Yeah, we got to figure that thing out, I think. All right, well, before we get into jury duty here, I saw something this weekend, and maybe you guys have seen this, but I had never seen anything like this before. We're driving on the interstate, and I'm looking out the window.
You're going 30 under.
No, Courtney's driving, so she's
perfect.
speeding around. Her driving's been killing me, man. She drives like a little speed racer or something.
Yeah, because
Scares
she
the hell out of me.
doesn't have time to waste, and I appreciate it.
She's a road rager, too. Don't let her fool you.
Probably because you keep talking smack.
No, it's nothing to do with me. It's just her. Somebody will like cut her off or something, and in my mind, I would just be like, "Oh, that idiot just cut me off," and she'll be a lot more aggressive about it. But we're driving around, and you can see this area off the side of the interstate, and there's all these trees, tons of big, tall trees, and then there's one tree that is like twice as tall as all the other trees. And Courtney goes, "What the hell is that?" And I go, "Yeah, that's random.
It's a papa tree."
You don't usually see a papa tree. You don't usually see the trees around each other that are mostly the same height, maybe some smaller ones underneath it. But there's all these trees that are huge, maybe 20 feet tall or something. And then there's a tree that's like 40 feet tall. And I go, what the hell is that? And so I'm following this tree all the way down. And as I get to the bottom, I see all these guy wires and concrete and stuff. And it's like a cell tower or something. But they've dressed it up to look like a tree.
That's pretty cool.
Have you ever seen that before?
No.
I'd never seen this in my life. It must have been 40 feet tall, and it was like a giant Christmas tree or something. Had all the limbs and stuff like all the other trees around it. But when you followed it down to the bottom, you go, oh, it's not even it's not a real tree. It's concrete and stuff.
But it was dressed as that, or perhaps the neighboring trees, like their vines, got all up in it.
No, like it was. Once you noticed that it was fake, you could tell that it was fake, and it was. They had just put, instead of just putting a big giant pole in the middle of this area, they wanted to make something that kind of mixed in a little bit that looked like a tree. I've never, ever seen that before.
You had a pretty crazy weekend, huh, man?
Yeah, wild times. Let me tell you something. I almost crashed seeing that thing. I was in the passenger seat, still almost crashed. Speaking of
impressive.
Let's get into this because jury duty has arrived, friends, and we got to hear about these celebrities and what was going on with these sexual assault charges. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Chat, every one of you can suck it. Every single one of you. Chris says, this must be an old show. These things have been around for years now. I've never seen it before, and I bet there are a lot of people who have never seen that before. I've never seen one of those. Brittany says, tell me you don't drive around a lot without telling me you don't drive around a lot. I drive around all. I was the person looking at the window.
Looking, and he got the chance to really look.
I don't think this is that common. I think these are still kind of new. It's like a way to hide the cell towers or whatever's on this damn
was
thing.
it this trip that you heard the Akon song where they changed the words to In Denial?
Shut up. Get out of here. Leave the studio.
Oh, no, please don't.
You know what? I'm going to put out an email that says, don't give C-Lane back his chair. Oh, you got your chair back?
I stole it.
Good.
God, now it's going to be weird.
Do you know who took it back from you?
I have no clue.
It must be somebody in that newsroom, right?
Hey, well, we do have the holiday party coming up company wide, so maybe it might be a good opportunity to confront somebody about it.
I thought we usually did our holiday party way after the holidays awkwardly. We don't do that anymore?
No.
That might have been other
tune-up, yeah.
Other parties that we were invited to.
I know what a tune-up is. I'm talking about like sometimes they would do it like January. Some
they do
company
like a spring pep rally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, he's just saying the, pole tower tree for the first time.
Oh, my God. You didn't see it either. You'd never seen this
thing. Pay attention to the road, bro.
It was cool. I was in the passenger seat. I was looking around. I didn't know that they did that out there.
See,
but
watch, you can't get to that damn story again, too.
What are you talking about?
We won't have time for the whole sexual harassment story.
I got
You've been
it right
teasing
here.
for a whole hour.
I'll work it in right now. So they said, why did so many celebrities just all at the same time get sued for sexual assault? This is last week, prominent men, this is from Morning Brew, including Sean Diddy Combs, New York City Mayor Eric Adams, Guns N' Roses frontman Axl Rose, Jamie Foxx, and more were all sued in New York for sexual abuse or harassment that allegedly took place decades ago. The timing was no coincidence, they said. These suits were filed before a New York law called the Adult Survivors Act expired on Thursday.
Yeah, we talked about that with Moses.
No, we didn't. Did we?
Yeah.
I'm out of here, man. What?
I wasn't here for it, Sean.
I didn't even know Axl Rose was in this. Did you know Axl? We didn't talk about Axl Rose.
We didn't talk about Axl Rose. We talked about it with Diddy, and when it happened with Diddy or Puffy or Sean Combs, whatever he wants to go by at the time, they were saying, that this woman had this money grab thing, like they were extorting her, but also she filed the lawsuit because they were just closing up that window on the basically a law that said that until Thursday, the statute of limitations are suspended.
Right. Everybody had to do it at that same time. And they said the celebrity cases have grabbed the headlines, but over 2,500 lawsuits were filed in that last couple of days before the Adult Survivors Act was all wrapped up.
I can't imagine that all of these women are coming forward because of this deadline. These lawsuits have probably been in the works for quite some time, and it was their attorneys that are now pushing them.
they had to file them. Remember when Mo came on when they were changing things with the insurance companies, and he told us the amount of lawsuits that had been filed like right before the deadline, and it was, I don't know, it was like 30,000 cases or something crazy like that.
What a nightmare.
They had the cases moving, and they just hadn't filed the lawsuits yet, and they were right down to the last moment here with doing that.
I mean, some of the details of these are heinous.
I only saw the details on the Diddy one and the Jamie Foxx one.
The Axl Rose one is pretty bad.
I didn't hear anything about that.
I can't say it on the radio. That's for sure.
Oh, really? Well, that sounds pretty bad then. Randall says, telling you Watson needs a brain transplant or something. Shut up, Randall, okay? And all of you. This is a new facet to the
Suck
story.
it, Randall.
Nobody had talked about these other details. This was a new thing, and it seemed like just trying to pile on me because he didn't like my tree story, and then he didn't like everything else that followed.
I did not criticize the tree story.
I thought it was cool. I thought it was an interesting thing. Didn't know it existed. Then I thought you might want an update, all right, about the other story with the Diddy thing. And now I'm not giving you anything else.
Wait, we
still
still
had
have
enough.
We still have like a good amount of the show left, bud.
Oh, I mean, I got more for the show, but just not for this particular segment. We have to talk about this when we come back, though, because I guarantee I can't play the video because the audio of this is going to probably have a lot of curse words. But there's this thing where a Southwest Airlines passenger jumped out the emergency hatch while the plane was moving. And like from there, it was just a cavalcade of crazy that occurred and freaked everybody on the plane out. So we got the details just rolling in now as to what happened with this Southwest Airlines flight. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Rolling Stones are coming to Orlando in June 2024. But all this week, the Monsters in the Morning and the Jim Colbert Show will have your chance to win them before you can buy them. Tickets to the Rolling Stones all this week on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
What's going on? I hope the start to your week is going great on this Monday. And right now, if you're behind the wheel on the major highways and roads of Orlando, it seems like a pretty clear traffic flow. Of course, your usual delay on I-4 eastbound that's approaching State Road 535 from just after Osceola Parkway, but westbound is completely clear and we're incident-free east and westbound on the 408 as well. North and southbound lanes of the Turnpike are incident-free and also the Greenway, as well as the 429 toll. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber.
HOA and condo board members, it pays to have fiber. Let Blue Stream Fiber show you how fiber internet provides revenue for communities while saving up to 50% off retail rates. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/radio to find out more.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to the threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code CLAY. LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
From the creator of Up and Vanished comes a new true crime weekly podcast series. In each episode of Talking to Death, join Payne, Lindsay, and guests as they discuss all things crime, life, mystery, and fun.
Are aliens real? Based on everything I've learned, I think that the government knows something. I don't know if aliens are real, but I think there's something out there that they know.
Listen to Talking to Death on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Odds are you won't die.
It's the Marketer's Report. Today, Capital One's Chief Brand Officer, Mark Mentry, weighs in on building loyalty with customers.
Capital One has really worked to create amazing access moments for our customers. We will do sound check parties that only Capital One cardholders can get access to, and we can't pull that off without iHeart.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Do you have information about a violent crime? Help solve crimes with your anonymous tips at crimeline.org. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your tips make a difference. Say it here. It's anonymous at crimeline.org. Paid by CSTF.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Rebath. You know, any company that has great products and great services does not need high-pressure sales pitches, and Rebath does that. No high-pressure sales tactics. You will never be in a must-buy-right-now situation with Rebath. And there's no pricing games either, like other companies that start super high, then drop the price in half immediately if you buy today. It doesn't work like that with Rebath of Orlando. Still the only company that does full, complete bathroom remodeling, top to bottom, and they do it right the first time. Always stay in tune with their website for brand new designs. That's RebathMidFLA.com. In all my years of endorsing this company, I've never had a complaint. And there's a reason the big box stores choose Rebath for their bathroom remodeling business. This is a national brand that stands behind what they say and what they do. Rebath of Mid-Florida's reputation is so good, there are companies mimicking what they do and claiming to be with them. That's not true. Do your research and ask questions. Don't be fooled by imposters. Get with Rebath of Mid-Florida. Showroom 436 in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Hop online and check out the before and afters at RebathMidFLA.com.
Listen to what Dave Ryan says about Andro 400.
Andro 400, I really love it. It's amazing to me that I feel so good. I've lost 50 pounds. I was a size 38 waist. I've gone down to a 32 waist. My mood has changed. I don't get stressed out. It gave me so much more energy to walk, energy to play sports. Everything is starting to work again, and it feels like I'm 25. My wife is happy. I'm so happy. I'm just a completely different man. I'm taking this stuff to the grave with me.
Men, have you lost energy and gained belly fat? Are you feeling stressed out? Fight back with Andro 400, the safe, natural, and inexpensive way to increase your testosterone. For over a decade, Andro 400 has helped men lose belly fat, gain energy, and feel 20 years younger. Go to andro400.com. andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
Oh, this cold.
Honey?
Honey?
Honey, you need DayQuil Severe Honey.
DayQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a honeylicious taste, because life doesn't stop for a cold.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
Now I'm getting a cold.
Honey.
Try DayQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu relief. DayQuil Severe with honey flavor. The daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever, honeylicious, power through your day medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
If you order food for work, you know the drill. It's a whole bunch of needs and requests piled on top of each other. Make sure the food's on time and on budget. Make sure everyone's dietary needs are taken care of. Make sure everyone's happy. And that's why you should make sure you use ezCater. It's one simple, reliable platform for all your food for work needs. Need to make sure food for work actually works? Simple. Make sure it's ezCater. 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Order 24/7 at ezCater.com.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Alliant Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 12-month terms and only $1,000 minimum. And the happiest part? Alliant certificates yield 5.25% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Huge Black Friday savings all month long. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. The The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Have the two of you, who are much more frequent Uber riders than I am, have you noticed that Uber has been getting more expensive as time goes by?
At times.
Yeah, it gets a little pricey sometimes. And there's some stuff in the different financial documents that Uber has filed in the last couple of months, and one that was within the last little bit here, that shows what's going on. And I don't know how many people know this. I don't know if people know this, and I don't know if it's fair. But Uber has developed algorithms for tailoring customer prices based on what they think you'll pay. So, for instance, let's say Sabrina is standing right next to C-Lane.
Hey, Sabrina.
You guys are on the same street corner, okay? You're chilling there right next to each other. You put in the exact same address that you want to go to. You may get a completely different price than C-Lane will get, because Uber's algorithm says, Sabrina's willing to pay more. She generally will pay more money for these rides and doesn't turn them down. So we know that we can get away with asking her for a little bit more.
That's screwy.
C-Lane tends to turn down the more expensive rides. So we have to go with an algorithm that's going to give him a lower price for this fare.
Does that mean I need to get on the app and like turn down some rides every now and then?
That's what I was going to ask. You have to send like a signal that you're not just going to pay whatever pops up, I would guess, to make the algorithm give you better deals on rides. Because this says Uber has developed algorithms for tailoring customer prices based on what they believe individual customers would be willing to pay, and tailoring payments to individual drivers so they're as low as possible to get them to accept trips. So they're screwing on both sides. They're screwing the two of you when you try to get the ride. They're saying, we think that he'll pay a little bit more. And then they're also going, we're using the algorithm to say, we think this driver will take a little bit less. So that way they maximize the amount of money that Uber's taking from every single one of these rides. And that feels a little screwy to me. You know, that's like, I'm of the idea, maybe I'm crazy here, that if two individuals are standing on the same street corner and going to the same exact destination, that the price should be exactly the same for those two people. It should be a price based on distance, based on availability of drivers, based on various other factors, but not just based on Sabrina's a sucker. She'll pay more than C-Lane will, so we'll make it $36 for her ride, while C-Lane's is $28. That is not a cool thing as far as I see it. But I think you're right, C-Lane. I think you'd have to like keep turning down the higher offers until you get like lower offers. So you tell them that you're not a sucker and you're not just going to pay whatever they ask you for. That's something that's happening underneath all that technology you're using.
It means maybe I should to take a lift every now and then.
Maybe
stick it to them.
Can they tell if you're doing that? Like,
I don't know if they can tell. I mean, that would mean they'd have to be sharing company information, and why not just merge if that's the case?
Yeah, but sometimes it says this app is going to collect data from other apps or devices or something like that.
So now I also wonder if they factor in if you are the kind of person who takes the same ride every day or once a week. When I used to play Sunday nights, I would I would Uber down to go play my gig, and if I didn't play, like if I was off on it, if I took the night off, somewhere around the time that I would normally play or normally order that Uber, I would get a notification that's like, want to take your normal Sunday night ride? You know, it's only this much money to take your Sunday night trip. So I wonder if they like factor in like, hey, we're not lowering the price. You do this every week.
I don't know. This stuff scares me. It's like when I look down at my iPhone and it says, we think that you're driving to this restaurant, or we think that you're headed home now.
Time for you to go to happy hour.
Yeah.
Like, all right. I went one time. Jesus.
It gets to know too much about you because there's just a fire hose of data that they're pulling all this from. All right. The Southwest Airlines story is insane, and there's a video out there of this if you want to dig through and get it. But they said a man was arrested after allegedly jumping out of an emergency hatch. The emergency hatch is basically just the emergency door thing. On a Southwest Airlines flight on Sunday in New Orleans, he climbed out onto the plane's wing and attempted to run away as the aircraft was preparing to take off. They said Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office in Louisiana claims the man has been arrested as of Sunday evening after he escaped from the emergency hatch and ran out onto the tarmac.
Oh, so he got away for a little bit.
Yeah, not only did he get away, he tried to then commandeer or hijack one of those little trucks that drives around on the tarmac, little vehicles they have out there. He tried to see one of those service trucks before he got stopped by authorities. They have taken him to the hospital for an evaluation here. Seems like he may have been having a bit of a meltdown on the tarmac, and that's not good.
It's just like it happens so often now that I would love to see the stats. Like, what is the chance that you are going to witness someone going crazy on a flight now, considering how often it happens?
I mean, if we just judge by the videos that we're seeing, there's a huge quantity of these videos.
Now, do you think that there are still a lot of airplane freakouts that go undocumented?
No, honestly, I don't.
Because I mean, there's definitely been I thought I was about to see an airport freak out, and I was like reaching for my phone, and it fizzled out. But I was like, ooh, it might be time. It might be time for me.
Here's my moment.
It might be my moment for TMZ bucks.
Yeah,
and but I just wonder if there are some things that maybe you just didn't get to your phone in time for. We never see the beginning of an airport freak out. If you see the beginning of an airport freak out, it's a fake damn video.
I don't think there's a chance that I pop up on a flight and I go, this guy is not real. This guy back here is not real. And I'd start doing that whole freak out like that lady did. There's a 0% chance that nobody is going to pull out their cameras and videotape that. I think you'll have it in 76 different angles, and you'll have it on Androids and iPhones and on X and Instagram and on Facebook and all of the things. I think it's just now... It's everywhere. The only thing that could happen is the video might not go viral. And then
Instagram, Twitter,
where does it really go? Who really sees it? Let's go over to a couple of dispatches. We've got time to hear from you. And Nick the Dick has a dispatch for us. It says, leave Sean's issues alone. I have no issues, sir. I am cool as a cucumber over here today, feeling just fine.
Hey, guys. Everybody needs to give Sean a break. It's really hard to keep stuff in his head when he processes it through those tiny eyes of his and those giant, oversized ears.
Hey.
It's almost like you're trying to scoop up a big drink of water in his tiny little hands.
My ears are totally normal size as well, sir, so that's not going to work on me. It's not going to have any impact on my confidence over here, though you would like it to.
Didn't you make me order you those bigger earphones?
No, I didn't.
That one time? You text me yo, C-Lane, I need you to get me the same headphones, but bigger.
That is not true. That is slanderous. That is borderline.
Inappropriate?
Well, no, it's definitely inappropriate, but I think it might be libelous. It may be right on the verge.
Put it on
of
the
being
list.
libelous.
Which one is written down? Because I didn't write this down.
It's libelous is... I don't remember. Slander is out loud. No, I don't remember. Here's Biker Mike, though. I know that.
Good day, News Junkies. Sean, I'm pretty sure I know what tower you're talking about because I used to think that was a giant tree, too. It's so much taller than everything around the area. I thought it was this big, majestic thing that they were trying to save for the area. And that one day I'm driving by and I see that it's actually a cell phone tower. I was so upset. I felt like I was a little kid and had just gotten told that Santa Claus wasn't real. Destroyed my day. All right, well, y'all take care. Have a great rest of y'all week. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
See, then I got it. It said, libel is the act of defaming another person through writing, such as newspapers or blogs. Slander is the act of making a false oral statement. So you slandered me then, is what we'll go with.
I think of libel as being written because it sounds like library.
Yeah, that works. That's one of those things that you could use to remember things. I'm sure there's a name for those.
Look at us go.
Here is Flip with a dispatch.
So at Wendy's, the Frosty machines have a vanilla and a chocolate side. So this time of year, they have a peppermint Frosty, which is delicious, by the way. And they replace the crappy tasting vanilla with the peppermint until the end of the holiday season. Then they bring the crappy vanilla back.
Really? Oh,
that's why.
I don't like that so much. But it's to support the sponsors and go out
Thank
there.
you, Wendy's.
Love Wendy's. Good nugs over there. Aaron has a dispatch.
The worst movie of all time has got to be Pooh, Blood and Honey. So Christopher Robin grows up, leaves the 100-acre wood, and that turns Pooh, Piglet, Eeyore, Owl, Roo into feral animals.
Yeah, we talked about
this. They end up eating Eeyore. Then Christopher Robin goes back to show his then fiance his childhood friends, and they go on like a killing and murder spree. So horrible. I fast forwarded through half the movie because it was just that bad.
Boy, all right. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. I'll stay away from that one.
I keep forgetting that there was this movie and that it's about Winnie the Pooh, as in P-O-O-H.
Because when you hear it,
you just randomly like bring up
Pooh,
Blood and Honey.
Yeah, that sounds bad. All right, is this censored, Sabrina? This,
yes.
Thank you very much.
Quick flip, baby.
Because I said, is there any curse words in this thing? I got about 40 seconds in before an S-bomb dropped, so thank you. I wanted to hear this because people were saying that these parents sounded like absolute assholes.
Oh, they're having a time.
They made a video about like booting their son out of the house, and let's just take it in. Let's see.
This is a dedication to my broke-ass son. You ready for this one? Let's count it down.
Wait a minute. He's moved out. He's moving out this week.
He's moving out this weekend to Mississippi. We'll explain in just a minute. On 3, 2, 1.
Got him.
Okay, he shoots him the bird. Dad shoots the middle finger to son. And I don't know if the shirts have something to do with it.
Yeah, because he's going to be living on Hawaiian Punch and instant lunch.
Oh, my God.
Because he's broke.
But he's moving out.
Like, this is a weird look for parents to, like, roast their kids as they're punting them out of the house. That's
what
a
if he's
weird look.
35.
This is something that, like, kids would do to other kids. But when parents are doing it to their kids, I think that's kind of cringe. I mean, this is very cringe, obviously, with the shirts and stuff they're wearing. Let me hear more.
So what this means is that you're going 23 minutes further from work.
Yep.
Your rents went up $350 more.
Flipped them off again.
You're getting a car payment. You're getting full coverage insurance.
These are adults.
And you ain't going to have to eat except Kool-Aid and ramen noodles.
All right, dummy. It's Hawaiian Punch on the shirt that you're pointing at.
Yeah.
And an instant lunch instead of ramen noodles. But you get the point. You guys don't think this is weird? I think that's kind of cringe to post this and flip off your son when you're talking about him.
It's incredibly cringe. And what's even more dumb is how funny he thinks it is. Like, he could hardly contain himself before he unveiled these shirts.
They very well could have that type of relationship. I mean, you guys you might not have that with your parents, but you've had friends who their parents are like their buddies, and this is screaming that to me. I mean, they're just pulling his chain.
I have a relationship kind of like that with Dylan because of all these different circumstances that, I was very young when he was born and all that. But I would never do a video where I was like, Dylan can't live in my house. And I'm like flipping him the bird. And
could you imagine if your parents, Sean, did a video where they're like, you're going to be living on ramen because all your money's going to diapers.
What a loser. I would be upset if my parents made a video like this. I think it would bother me. And even if I kind of had like a fun buddy-buddy relationship with them, I would just find it to be weird. The dad is very extra, too. C-Lane's right about that.
We'll mail you some ketchup so you can pour it on that and some sugar-free sugar to put in that. You broke-ass dude.
Sugar-free sugar?
Oh, my God. Listen, we don't wish you well. We don't. See ya. Yeah.
What is this?
Don't let Alabama hit you or Mississippi split you.
They're having a time.
He's a great sport.
These people are losers. This is pathetic. Like, this is bad parenting on display. Is what it is. Yeah, no, it totally is.
Their kid is obviously an adult. What,
their kid's 18 years old.
Baby him his entire life?
No, I don't believe in that. I think that putting a firm date on when your kid can move out is a fine thing to do. But I think behaving like this as an adult parent, they're losers. They look terrible in this. You could say it's like, oh, they're just joking around, it's being fun. Even if they are, I think it's just really a bad look. I don't dig it. Yeah, I would not be with that. Yet they put it out there to the world that it goes viral today. So that's how it goes. What do you think? Let us know. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. MFQ on YouTube says, plot twist, they don't have a kid. Maybe. I think they probably do. And I think this is just the type of parents that they are. So maybe the kid is better off being out of that house, even with the Hawaiian Punch and the instant lunch. Let's see what you got going on. We'll get a couple of dispatches in here. We have just enough time to do that. Here's Banana Potato talking about Squid Game.
Hey, junkies.
Hey.
Last night, my boyfriend and I sat down after we put our Christmas tree up to watch the Squid Game reality show. And I told him, I looked over at him right when we started it, and I was like, ooh, I'm excited to watch this because I know tomorrow the News Junkies are going to talk about it. And without failure, y'all come on and start talking about it. And it made me happy. I knew y'all were going to go in.
That's what we're here for.
Or predictable.
I just love hearing y'all comment on things that I enjoy. I only got through episode 1, but I'm definitely looking forward to watching the rest of them. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Yeah, we're all done with the first 5. Now we just got to wait. And wait till they give us more, because Netflix decided to do this one a little different.
And I think tomorrow we're going to talk to somebody who's on it.
Oh, nice. Okay, that'd be great. It's such a production. I cannot even imagine being anybody responsible for making sure everything goes right when you have 400 and something people participating in it.
You think they signed an NDA?
I don't think so, because so many of them are talking about it. Like, there was the guy who I talked to you about who was on Twitter, and now the person that you know that is going to, I guess, join us tomorrow to talk about competing in the Squid Game reality show. It seems like they're allowed to talk out, or a lot of people are in trouble. Arya Shadowblade says, being happy your kid is moving out is one thing, but bullying your kid for moving out is another. Those were the things that I thought kind of crossed the line, where they're like, yeah, you loser, you broke ass, and it's like, what? Dude, at the end of the day, this is your child. I'm fine with you saying, hey, we paid for you and helped you out for 18 years and tried to steer you along the way, and now you're out there in the world. But like, just mocking your kid is a bad look. I think it's bad parenting on display. Peach on YouTube says, I hope the son makes a video saying, good luck on the senior home eating flavorless oatmeal every day. Guess who's never calling back, never driving you to your doctor's appointment, they said. I don't think the son is going to respond. I think this is probably going to be the last we ever hear of these people right now. Okay, when we return, we'll get to more of you. And at OpenAI, there was all kinds of chaos last week. The whole company was just in shambles. And then they ended up hiring the CEO that they fired back to be at the company. But it's one thing that was going on behind the scenes that they said they discovered, which had frightened everybody at OpenAI and may have been part of why they were all freaking out. What is it? Well, that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Enjoy the Twitter experience without the musk. At Real Radio 1041 on Threads. Powered by Anajar Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
What's going on? I hope the start to your week is going great on this Monday. And right now, if you're behind the wheel on the major highways and roads of Orlando, it seems like a pretty clear traffic flow. Of course, your usual delay on I-4 eastbound that's approaching State Road 535 from just after Osceola Parkway, but westbound is completely clear and we're incident-free east and westbound on the 408 as well. North and southbound lanes of the Turnpike are incident-free, and also the Greenway, as well as the 429 toll. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by Brightline Trains. Ride brighter to Miami's best beaches with Brightline's new train service to South Florida. Enjoy spacious seats, free Wi-Fi, and hourly departures from Orlando with stops in West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and more. Fares from $59 available through Cyber Monday. Restrictions apply. Book now at GoBrightline.com.
All right, folks, my friends at Maxine's on Shine are here to make your week even better with Maxine's Mind Boggler. A big congrats to last week's winner, Leslie. And the first person to answer this riddle correctly wins a $25 gift card to Maxine's on Shine. Here is your riddle. What falls often but never gets hurt? What falls often but never gets hurt? If you know the answer, email me, Sabrina@realradio.fm, and the first person to send the correct answer wins a $25 gift card. If you don't win today's riddle, don't worry. You got a shot every single week. Plus, you're going to feel like a winner every time you visit Maxine's on Shine. Voted best downtown Orlando restaurant 3 years in a row. Diverse, comfortable, and delicious with a splash of sexiness. For more information on location and reservations, go to Maxine'sOnShine.com.
Right now, during the Ram Black Friday sales event, get up to 15% below MSRP on select 2023 Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500 models. 10 or 15% below MSRP depending on model. 10% below MSRP eligible trucks include Ram 2500 and 3500. 15% below MSRP eligible trucks include Ram 1500 Bighorn and Laramie and Ram 1500 Classic. Not compatible with lease offers or with any other consumer incentive offers. Residency restrictions apply. Take retail delivery from dealer stock by 11:30. Ram is a registered trademark.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
Switch to Verizon and you'll save.
Get in the holiday spirit, Orlando. Verizon has an extra gift for your family this season.
You can save a lot.
Get $800 in Verizon gift cards when you switch your family of 4 and get 4 new phones on us with Select Trade-In and Unlimited Ultimate.
Great deals from Verizon. Great deals from Verizon.
There's never been a better time to switch, but this offer won't last forever, so hurry in. Switch to the network America relies on. Get $800 in gift cards and get new phones for the whole family on us with Select Trade-In and Unlimited Ultimate. Visit your local Verizon store today. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line on Unlimited Ultimate plan required per phone. $200 Verizon e-gift card with port in per line. Less $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Promo credit ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. 0% APR.
If you order food for work, you know the drill. It's a whole bunch of needs and requests piled on top of each other. Make sure the food's on time and on budget. Make sure everyone's dietary needs are taken care of. Make sure everyone's happy. And that's why you should make sure you use ezCater. It's one simple, reliable platform for all your food for work needs. Need to make sure food for work actually works? Simple. Make sure it's ezCater. 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Order 24/7 at ezCater.com.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
Hi, I'm Daniel Tosh, host of a new podcast called Tosh Show, brought to you by iHeart Podcasts. I'll be interviewing people that I find interesting, so not celebrities, and certainly not comedians. We'll be covering topics like religion, travel, sports, gambling, but mostly it will be about being a working mother. If you're looking for a podcast that will educate and inspire, or one that will really make you think, this isn't the one for you. Listen to Tosh Show on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Florida residents get it for only $16.50 till the end of November at Gatorland.
Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
Each and every day, no matter where you are today. Maybe you're with our friends in West Palm on Real Radio 92.1. We love you. We appreciate you. Maybe you're on 101.7 on the Treasure Coast. Maybe you're here in Orlando on 104.1. Maybe you're up in Rochester hanging out, enjoying yourself and listening to the show, or over in Dallas, wherever you're listening to the show. We appreciate you doing that. If you miss anything, you can always catch up with the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. AI is all over the place. People are scared about AI. They think this is going to bring about the end of the world. There's interesting things happening in technology. A lot has happened, really, even in the last 10 years or so. You know, it's crazy to think. I was going to say that when we started this show, people weren't really talking about AI.
No.
But it wasn't even in the last 2 years, really, that people weren't talking about AI. I swear it was like we were doing the show one day and we said, hey, have you guys heard about this Chat GPT thing?
I mean, think about it. Even when we started the show, people weren't live streaming anything.
No.
What was that app that we had for
Meerkat?
Meerkat and Periscope.
Yep, Periscope.
We'd have maybe like 50 people on there.
Right. And it's all like slow and low quality. And I'm not sure if people understand what big strides we're making in technology and in science right now.
I think I would almost guess that DALL-E just barely beat ChatGPT to the punch.
I thought you were talking about Dolly Parton for a second. You were saying DALL-E, the image version of it, right?
Right. And it was the first thing they were like, oh, yeah, you can just tell it what to draw. Like, Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat eating a Big Mac at Wally World. And it would make that for you. And you're like, that's insane. And then they're like, now we have one that talks to you.
Well, one of the craziest things that I've seen has been, everybody probably has a friend who is good at Photoshop. They learn how to use Photoshop. Photoshop is not an easy program for like a beginner to use. If you sit some random mom down in front of a keyboard and said, hey, build something on Photoshop, you go, I don't even know where to click. It's not that intuitive, obviously. It's for people.
I had an entire course about it, and that was just like because of my minor. And people go to school for this and solely for that, and it takes a lot of work, especially very good Photoshop.
Yeah, it's not just learning how to use it. You also have to be an artist to make some of these things happen.
Thank you,
but
Sean.
like that really, really took. It was a skill. It was a skill to have to be able to say I'm proficient in Photoshop, and now. The latest version of Photoshop with the AI in it, I could just pop in a photo of C-Lane and say, put a Santa Claus hat on him and put him in front of the Taj Mahal. Presto, bingo, we got a C-Lane in front of the Taj Mahal and a damn Santa Claus hat.
Nice.
You
do
can
it.
just
I don't see you doing it.
Well, I can't do it while I'm talking here. I don't have Photoshop. But you can do that in Photoshop. In Photoshop, one of the craziest things is I can have a photo of C-Lane standing in front of a front door. And all you'll see is the front door, maybe the doorbell, and like a little bit of the shrubs or something. And I could say, fill out this photo.
Right.
And they'll fill in with AI the entire house that's not there. And it's not going to be the same house, obviously, but it'll look like normal to anybody who hasn't seen it before. It's wild, man.
I think it's called adaptive fill. I don't know. I'm trying to open my Photoshop, but I can't really get to it right now.
Oh, AI could do it.
But
that's right. See, that's why the robots are going to win.
But there's like different kinds where it's like, hey, for example, I was photo shopping. Why can't I say that word?
You got it.
Hey,
you got it right there.
And I was photoshopping something where I needed to edit people out of a backyard or a pool deck, and I would just make a little like circle around the people. And I'd be like, make it look like that person's not there. And based on everything around it, it'd be like, all right, well, half of this person is sitting outside the pool and their legs are hanging inside the pool. So we're going to put some pool where the legs are. We're going to put some patio where the rest of the person is. And all of a sudden you zoom out and you're like, I didn't even know there was a person there.
It's incredible. It's just a very interesting time to be alive.
And it's something you could do before, but it's just so much better at it now. Like now it does the work for you. Before you could copy and paste and kind of smooth out things, but it would be like you're editing a photo like yourself, like analog
of course,
style.
Along with this, there's all sorts of things to be worried about. You can't tell real from fake anymore because AI generates stuff that is essentially original. What I mean by that is you used to be able to, let's say C-Lane says, I was riding a bike earlier and I fell off my bike. And I said, let me see what your knee looks like. You said you scraped up your knee. And he sends me a photo of a scraped knee. I used to be able to put that into Google and do a reverse image search and see if C-Lane just Googled injured knee and sent it to me and he was lying to me and his knee didn't actually hurt. Is one tactic that you could use to make sure that the photograph you were seeing was legit. But now C-Lane could just put bruised knee into some AI thing and it would generate something that's never been seen before. A photo that's never knee. Yeah, on your own knee. They can make that happen, and I wouldn't know what the hell was real or fake.
And some of the stuff that Photoshop is doing, I don't think the technology lives inside Photoshop. I think you have to be connected to the internet, and it farms it out. Because part of your Adobe subscription now has, AI credits. And so if you pay whatever a month to have all your Adobe suite, your Photoshop, Illustrator, your Premiere, and then when you're using the most advanced AI stuff that's in Photoshop, I think it costs you mind you get 1,000 of these credits a month or so.
Sure,
but
they're just limiting it to some certain amount so that they can make sure people aren't abusing it. Probably,
yeah.
And probably it's a way to make money down the road too.
That and if it is really their computers doing the work, then they can't just have it a free for all because then nobody will get anything done.
Processing power, all that takes money. So ahead of OpenAI CEO Sam Altman's 4 days in exile, that's the company behind ChatGPT. They fired their CEO. It was a power play by him. They ended up begging him to come back. Several staff researchers wrote a letter to the board of directors warning of a powerful artificial intelligence discovery that they said could threaten humanity. Two people familiar with the matter told Reuters. The previously unreported letter and AI algorithm were key developments before the board's ouster of Altman, the poster child of generative AI, the two sources said. Prior to his triumphant return, more than 700 employees had threatened to quit and join backer Microsoft in solidarity with their fired leader. So they said that what this was all about was something they called Q-Star, a project called Q-Star.
Sounds like something out of a damn movie.
The star key, it does. They said whatever happened with this that they made, some at OpenAI believe Q-Star could be a breakthrough in the startup search for what is known as AGI, which if you're not familiar, that's artificial general intelligence. That's what it means when AI gets to the level that it's bested human beings. We hit AGI. OpenAI defines AGI as autonomous systems that surpass humans in most economically valuable tasks. So they were freaking out behind the scenes at something they discovered. And then that led to panic. And this company was struggling with, do we slow down and be like a not-profit company, or do we speed up and be a company that looks to make money in the long run? And it looks like speed up is the direction we're headed in.
Q-Star.
So hold on to your butts. It's going to be a weird couple of years. And we're going to see some real interesting stuff happening. Big Doug Millionaire says, we're doomed. Well, there's no stopping it now. Can't put the genie back in the bottle anymore. It's all right in front of us now. Okay, when we come back, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Monday. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is The Jim Colbert Show. Later today, The Jim Colbert Show will have your chance to win them before you can buy them tickets to the Rolling Stones coming June 2024 to Camping World Stadium. Tickets go on sale this Friday, December 1st at 10 a.m. The Jim Colbert Show. Today at 3 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today will be right around the 70-degree mark. We start with mostly cloudy skies, but it does turn partly cloudy by later this afternoon. But we are monitoring a big cool down by Tuesday morning. Wake-up temperatures will be in the 40s and 50s. And for your Tuesday, highs only reaching the low 60s. It's all thanks to a front that made its way across the state. So remember to bundle up, Central Florida.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage happy place. Right now, all your crafted to crave favorites are only $3 for a 16-ounce and $4 for a 24-ounce. Gotta have a Wawa.
Are you looking for a furry friend to keep you company this holiday season? Do you want to support a good cause and help animals in need? Then check out Paws and Claws Saturday, December 2nd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Greenwood Lakes Park. This pet adoption event is hosted by Seminole County Animal Services and will feature rescue groups, pet vendors, food trucks, animal demonstrations, and more. You can meet and greet hundreds of adorable dogs and cats of all shapes and sizes and find your perfect match. Plus, you can get your picture taken with Santa Claus and your new best friend. Don't miss this chance to make a difference in the lives of animals and yourself. Come to Paws and Claws on Saturday, December 2nd and bring home some love for the holidays. Get more info at realradio.fm/events.
December 6th, the final GOP debate of the year is on News Nation, America's fastest-growing cable news network. SiriusXM's Megyn Kelly, News Nation's Elizabeth Vargas, and the Washington Free Beacon's Eliana Johnson moderate a live primetime event from the University of Alabama as the candidates make their case to America on the only network for all America. The News Nation Republican primary debate live December 6th, 8 Eastern. To find News Nation on your TV, go to joinnn.com.
Maybe you've heard about semaglutide, the new FDA-approved drug helping people lose weight like crazy without strict dieting. But here's what you might not know. Red Mountain Weight Loss has full-strength semaglutide in their newest medication called Revelex. It's specially formulated to give you full-strength semaglutide without side effects. So with Revelex, you'll lose up to 15 pounds a month without stomach pain or nausea. And it's not a shot, it's a tablet. So you can skip the weekly trips to the doctor's office. But here's the best part. Revelex costs about half of what you'll pay for other semaglutide medications. That's right. I said half the price. So why go anywhere else? At Red Mountain, you get no shots, no side effects, just results. And for half the price, trust the leader in medical weight loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has helped millions of people lose weight safely, and they can help you too. Just go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
This is Michael David from Seattle. I'm 51 years old, and 6 months ago, I started taking Andro 400 to increase my testosterone. Since then, I've lost 35 pounds of fat, and my waist went from size 38 to size 32. I have more energy, and I look and feel 20 years younger. And now my wife tells me I have to take Andro 400.
Hi, this is Sherry. My husband started taking Andro 400 a few months ago, and wow, has he ever changed. He's no longer a couch potato, and he actually likes to go out and do things again. Best of all, he lost his gut, and is he looking good. All I have to say about that is...
Andro 400, the natural way to increase your testosterone. Guys, if you'd like to lose your belly fat, gain energy and muscle, and feel like you did years ago, try Andro 400, the safe, effective, and inexpensive way to boost your testosterone. Andro400.com.
From the creator of Up and Vanished comes a new true crime weekly podcast series. In each episode of Talking to Death, join Payne, Lindsay, and guests as they discuss all things crime, life, mystery, and fun.
Are aliens real? Based on everything I've learned, I think that the government knows something. I don't know if aliens are real, but I think there's something out there that they know.
Listen to Talking to Death on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Odds are you won't die.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing.
Although we're marketing at a very broad scale, it does include specific local markets, and that's the beauty of iHeart's network.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Experience the hot new restaurant, Cavas Tacos and Tequila, featuring a 3-foot taco board, fresh guacamole, and more than 150 tequilas. The perfect spot to gather with friends and family for a holiday cocktail class, Christmas Eve dinner, or a New Year's Eve party. With indoor and outdoor bars, patios, private dining, Mexican folkloric go dancers, and fire shows. Cavas Tacos and Tequila on iDrive. Find Cavas Tacos on Instagram or visit cavastacos.com. That's KAVAS tacos.com.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we want to share special thank you messages this Veterans Day. And who better to hear them from than your friends and family?
Happy Veterans Day to my husband, Timothy Golden. We are so proud of you.
I'd like to shout out Brendan Barrett, who served as an infantryman in the U.S. Army.
Sending a happy Veterans Day shout out to my amazing husband, Shane Dixon.
And from all of us here, happy Veterans Day. Use hashtag Gratitude Mission to thank a veteran and honor their service. Your service inspires ours. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
iHeartRadio Earth is here with a new way to enjoy our beautiful planet. Reduce your impact on the environment this fall by packing a waste-free lunch for school or work. Avoid foods with excessive packaging. Use reusable cutlery, napkins, cups, bags, and containers, and recycle or compost any waste when possible. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth. iHeartRadio Earth is here with little tips for a healthier planet. When dining out or shopping at the grocery store, ask for sustainable seafood. By choosing sustainable seafood, you can help reduce overfishing, bycatch, loss of top predators, illegal fishing, and other harmful environmental impacts. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth.
Shop unbeatable deals during Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale. Tuesday is your last chance to save up to 60% on top brands. Plus, with the low price guarantee, if you see a better price, Mattress Firm will match it. This Black Friday, better sleep is a sure bet. Don't miss out.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Monday. How bad is this, Elaine? Is it a big difference in price, this thing that you sent me here? I'm going to bring this up.
It's definitely a throwback, but then you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I remember kind of stuff costing this much, mostly because of the dollar menu.
Yeah. I think we're going to see more of this, by the way, because I know that the Biden administration just did some stories this weekend where they said one of the things they think has hurt them the most is this meme where people go to the grocery store and they show you the items that they bought and how much it costs. And it'll be like only a handful of things. And they'll say, oh, this cost me $200 or whatever. And they think that that's hurting them quite a bit because
basically the I did that sticker is hurting him.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Like, as a result, I've seen some people who are probably fond of the Biden administration taking photos. J. Kenji Lopez Alt is one of them, and he took a photo of all his groceries, and he got this like boatload of really good, healthy, nice groceries that he said was for $200. It looked completely fair. And I think some of the people who are doing those grocery hauls with the prices are lying a little bit about it to make it seem worse, because that's got more potential to go viral. Don't get me wrong. Things are insanely expensive right now, and we definitely have inflation, and it hasn't eased up enough to make anybody's day just yet. Oh, you're right. The dollar menu. Double cheeseburger for $1. Those days are gone. That ain't happening right now.
What is it now?
I don't know. Double cheeseburger current cost. See if you could find that, because I would guess a double cheeseburger now is like $3.50. That's just a guess. I have no idea, honestly. And then the coffee was 69 cents, which it can't be that cheap anymore.
The days.
Yeah, this was nice. You would roll in, get breakfast for under $4.
You could get the Egg McMuffin meal for $2.99.
That ain't the case anymore. I would guess that's closer to $7 now.
I don't even think you could get just the sandwich for $3 these days.
No, it's expensive. Certainly things are more expensive. And McDonald's is posting record profits. So they're just really killing it on the backs of rising these prices up and seeing how much you're willing to pay for this. The only way those prices go back down, trust me on this, is if they start to feel the squeeze. They go, damn, people aren't coming here anymore. So I remember.
What did you ask about, the double cheeseburger?
Yeah, the double cheeseburger.
According to the app, if I wanted to order one for pickup, $3.49.
Okay, that's about what I thought it would be.
For a single double cheeseburger.
Yeah, for one. So that's 3.5 times what it used to be. And yeah, it's all creeping up all over the place. But being out this week and doing some shopping and going to various places, I was still able to find a bunch of good deals on stuff. Like, there's still things that are like a decent deal, and you don't have to spend an arm and a leg to get stuff. You just got to be a little bit smarter for right now, I think, until the market starts to come back down. And I know the housing market's starting to crater a little bit, and they're having some problems over there. Obviously, that's just a momentary thing that's going to happen.
It's the pendulum.
At least the folks across the street hope so, who now, if you guys drove by, they have, I think, 4 houses that are like with 2 stories and like almost, not done, but you can see that there's a damn house there. Like, that's how far along it's come working on that stuff. Okay, let's do a couple final dispatches, and then we will get the hell out of here. Again, we love you. We appreciate you for hanging out with us today. And we're going to go over to I'm a PC, who's talking about parking meters for some strange reason.
So there was this one video I saw recently. It was a parking meter where you pay at one and you put in like your parking spot. And it said English, Spanish, French, and German.
Mm-hmm.
And English was like $10, but all the other foreign languages was 12, which was kind of interesting. Fair. And even all the other different forms of parking, like if it was an RV or anything like that, was also more expensive than just the English.
Unacceptable. We must march. We'll take to the streets. We'll get our signs ready to go, and we shall protest. Here's Chops the Trash Man.
I don't know, guys. I can kind of understand the parents. Kids these days have no appreciation for anything. My 17-year-old decided to tell me the other day when I told them I was going to cut my oak tree down in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
She told me that I'd better not. I explained to her that if she wants to pay the $1,300 mortgage payment, she's more than welcome to make the decisions of the landscape.
Until then, kid.
She wasn't into that. But yet
I got to stop because we're running out of time here. But I see your point. I see what you're saying. Let's do the stories that didn't make the cut. Brought to you by Nations Trucks. Love our friends over there. They got big trucks, beautiful trucks, lifted trucks, work trucks. They got them all at nationstrucks.com. So go browse that selection right now. Let's see what we got here. They are still investigating a shooting over the weekend where some crazy dude, Jason J. Eaton, 48 years old, yes, he shot 3 young men who, they're all Palestinian dudes, and they were attending a Thanksgiving holiday gathering, and they said, like, visibly you could tell they had, like, the keffiyehs around their neck, so they think this guy targeted them because they were Palestinian. And I saw a photograph of him a couple moments ago, and he is crazy looking, like wily hair, and he looks like a dude who would do something like this.
How'd he get a gun?
They're investigating. Don't know exactly what was happening. They said he didn't even say a word to these kids. Just walked up to them and shot them. They are pulling through so far. I know they were in pretty bad shape, but it looks like they may all survive. And Tesla strikes in Sweden are getting under Elon Musk's skin. Why? The postal workers are refusing to deliver Tesla license plates. There are other people, mechanics, who are saying they're not going to help out. So other people who aren't even part of Tesla are fighting for the Tesla workers to be able to unionize by not doing work and targeting Tesla itself. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Here goes nothing. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Monday, November 27th, 2023. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Mike on YouTube says, who the hell has a $1,300 mortgage these days? Yeah, that did sound like an incredible deal to me. I caught on to that as well. Here we go. Today I Learned this character right here.
Go party.
Barbie is correct.
Hiya, Ken.
There is a 1982 Barbie commercial that ends with the line, "Better make Ken a sandwich." And they've come a long way since then, I think.
Oh, no, they meant put Ken doll in between two pieces of bread.
I don't think so, but who knows? It's fun watching the retro commercial, though. I love watching those old commercials from like the 80s and like the 70s and stuff. I always wondered who were the millions of views on those. And then when I saw this and watched the commercial myself, I was one of them. Today I learned the term Cyber Monday. That's today, friends. Cyber Monday. We're in the middle of it right now.
Yeah.
This dates to the early 2000s and refers to a time when most people still had dial-up internet at home. They would use their employer's high-speed internet connections to shop online upon returning to work after Thanksgiving break. And they started to call it Cyber Monday. Let's see here. Today I learned every Australian is entitled to a portrait of the reigning monarch paid for by the government. After the Queen died, there was a rush to get the last portraits of her before the King Charles stock came in, and now those have arrived. They just send them out.
Look at us go.
Costs a whole bunch of money. And finally, today I learned this band right here. Blur. That's right, Woohoo or Blur, Song 2. Their signature rock song that says woohoo is exactly 2 minutes and 2 seconds long. It has 2 verses and 2 choruses. The band also decided to keep the song's name as its place in the track list rather than naming it something else. This whole song was an unexpected success for the band, as it's basically making fun of alternative songs at the time. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Go check the podcast out. It's at thenewsjunkie.com. And we'll see you next time.